The opinions expressed by tonight's guest do not represent the opinions or position of Spaced Out Radio, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with SOR Media. Listener discretion is advised. Here at Spaced Out Radio, we are about to take you higher. Broadcasting from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado to you listening around the world. This is Spaced Out Sunday with host Tessa Nicole Thomas. You can follow Tessa on our Facebook page at Spaced Out Radio, on Twitter at TessaTNT, and you can subscribe to her YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio for the archive. But we break on command 'cause women rule the world. Buckle up, space travelers. Let the countdown begin.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to go for a ride with host Tessa Nicole Thomas.
I'm such a lucky guy, 'cause after all this time, the deeper I go, the deeper I fall.
Good evening, space travelers. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a Rocky Mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 419.9 in colorful Colorado. It is Sunday, June 2nd, Monday, June 3rd for those of you on the East Coast and beyond, and this is Spaced Out Radio. Hope you're having a rockin' weekend, an awesome day, and an even better evening. I am your host, TessaTNT, and I am live tonight broadcasting from beautiful Bayfield, Colorado. We are 150,000 strong nightly on Spaced Out Radio Network, spacedoutradio.com, Spreaker, Paranormal Radio, TalkStream Live, 99.1 FM, WQEE in Noonan, Georgia, home of The Walking Dead, 107.7 UPRN in Louisiana, 93.7 FM, KZFX, TuneIn Radio, 1030 AM KDUN Radio, Revolution Radio, as well as Deep Talk Radio, which you can find at deeptalkradio.com. Don't forget to head to our website, spacedoutradio.com, where you can peruse the Spaced Out Radio store and read the encounter online dealing with everything strange, paranormal, and odd. So tonight, I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight, we will be talking to and getting to know Mr. Ron Sherman and Kassandra Kreitman. Ron is first and foremost a rescue medium, but he also reads auras, helps people find and communicate with spirit guides, does energy work, mentoring, and teaching. He discovered his gift when he himself had a possession over 30 years ago. The amazing past rescue medium, Dr. Louise Ireland Fry, helped him with his possession and discovered his gifts. She mentored him. He has learned mostly from hands-on experience. He considers himself a student of Edgar Cayce, but believes that everyone has something to teach us. He does 90% of his work remotely and has worked with people all over the globe. Welcome, Ron and Cassie. It's so great to have you guys on the show tonight.
Hi.
Thanks, Tessa. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
And it's great to have you back, and now you have a sidekick or a partner in crime.
I do. A sidekick that I have been looking for a very long time. I met Cassie after the last show I was on. In fact, like 2 days later. I friended her, and I have a little spiel I put out there. A lot of you that are listening probably have heard it. That offering my gift my services as a rescue medium and see read auras and find guides. And Cassie replied that she would like help finding her guides, and we connected immediately, like two old friends at a meeting for the first time, And I've taught her what I know, and she's taught me what she knows. And now we're no longer the student teacher. We're now equal partners, and we do all our work together. We've done some amazing stuff lately, and I can't be happier to have Cassie as a partner. She's like the partner, the daughter I never had, and best friend all rolled into one.
Oh, that's awesome. So, Cassie, we know a bit about Ron. We've had him on the show a few times. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a little south of Boston native, and I kind of got into this line of work, based on some childhood experiences, and I was raised, with some Wiccan background, so my family was always kind of open to talking about, spiritual subjects. So they sort of helped me, to flourish in that way a little bit. And I learned from my mother, more like natural witch type traditions and, just some morals. And so just been kind of searching for, the right atmosphere in which to, work and kind of explore and kind of use my whatever gifts I have. And I'm just so grateful to have found Ron, and we just kind of hit it off immediately, and both had really similar viewpoints on things, and both just have like a really a good similar goal and similar mindset on our work. So it's been a little long road for me to find that right fit too. So I'm just really, I think we really found our match.
Yes, we did. It's amazing.
Well, I'm so glad you guys found each other. And you said you had early childhood experiences. Were those paranormal experiences? Can you tell us a little bit about those? Because I love hearing those stories.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it kind of went on for a number of years, but yeah, I did have a lot of paranormal experiences. As a child, my childhood home, I believe it was, somewhat location based at the house I grew up in. And I had, I was the only one that was kind of feeling the, presence of some sort of entity there. And, just, it was regular, like the activity there, and sort of me just having the fear constantly of, the house, and, kind of people not really being able to notice that, or kind of just, brushing it off a lot. And so for me, that definitely was a factor in my kind of exploration to the, paranormal field, and sort of figuring out what it is that I was going through, dealing with, seeing, feeling, or, all that kind of stuff. So I had a variety of experiences as far as like, even just like an overpowering, feeling of being watched, or feeling unwanted there, or feeling like you have to leave, to actually hearing people, like full, human footsteps basically up, in the upstairs of my place. And so a couple times, it escalated a few times, and I was able to just kind of exit the situation. But yeah, it was definitely, I still don't know everything about the situation, and but I definitely had a lot of experiences there.
Did you ever see anything besides feeling watched and hearing these different things happening?
No, I think that was kind of like a lot of the torment in itself, was that I wasn't able to identify what it is I was dealing with, and I wasn't able to see or really, ever be sure of like if it was around or if it was there, except for the kind of overwhelming feeling of, I guess you can compare it to, when somebody else is in the room with you, and like they're angry with you, or just like if somebody is really glaring at you, and you kind of have that really strong
empathic,
yeah, exactly, yeah, it was
feeling.
Yeah, it was an empathic, energy like that I had, that I was picking up. Whoever it was kind of lurking around me and kind of just watching me. And, I had a lot of trouble sleeping during, as a child. And so I think that was the hard part too, was I was never able to really identify and, kind of have the security of even just being able to avoid any of the activity or the entity.
It's very interesting.
Cassie's really in tune with the spirit world. One of the things we do when I'm doing the aura reading, or not, well, let's say when I'm taking the meditation to find the spirit guide, which is our second step. While I'm doing that, I had taught her a meditation that I called the well, God, what did I call it? Explorative, where you put your awareness outward in all different directions in the meditation. But she I teach her something and she like perfects it. So she turns it into a thing where she goes through the body of a person, and she's been getting like people's past injuries. Just I really see this as a tool that she's going to perfect and really help a lot of people. Maybe pre-screenings for cancers type things. So yeah, it's just amazing how she just does that. And when I do the aura readings, she always sees the spirit guides in the background that I've never seen them. So yeah, she's very in tune with the spirit world.
That's really awesome. Do you find, Cassie, that having these experiences as a child, because I went through the same thing, staying up sometimes even all night and going to school the next day, not getting any sleep at all. Have you found that has been in your adult life as well? Do you stay up later than most people do? Are you more of a night owl than others, or how does that work out for you?
Actually, I did really used to be kind of a night owl, especially when I was, growing up in that home, I would, pretty much never try to close my eyes. But as an adult, I kind of, moved on from that fear, when I was in different atmospheres. So, and then of course I was, 21, 22. So going out all the time, definitely stayed out a little bit later. And, through times where I feel like I really just needed that peace at the end of the night, or of course avoiding either nightmares or just kind of the vulnerability that is sleeping sometimes. But since I've been working with Ron, I find that I've pretty much never slept better. So besides the occasional nightmare here and there, but my habits have really changed. Like I find it, a lot easier to relax, a lot easier to get into meditation. Like kind of alleviated anxiety that I used to have, like a lot of times more escalate at night. So, and, like even just simple meditation or doing the hands and feet exercise that Ron teaches to people. And, that all just kind of has helped tremendously with that. So I go to sleep like a grandma now, but it's a good thing. I find it to be a healthy thing though. Like, I feel like, when I stay up late at night, it's because I have to think about things or because I'm avoiding things, or kind of that processing time.
Yeah, it's funny when you do get on that morning schedule. I've had that happen a couple times where you're actually, like you said, going to bed like your grandma. Going to bed early, like to us, that's like a grandma, but yeah. And you do get different sleep, but then you wake up early, and I'm just like, wow. It's like a different world, but it's very beautiful.
It is. It is, yeah.
I call Cassie every morning before work, so I get up like between 4 or 5, whatever, depends on what job I'm working at. But to get her, I told her she's turning me into Ben Franklin.
She's like aging you, or what do you mean by that?
Because she's making me go to bed early and get up early.
Oh, right. So
early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
How's it worked so far?
Actually, like today, we don't call on the weekend, and I couldn't sleep past 7 this morning. So, I tried.
It's a schedule now.
Yeah.
It's a habit.
I can still stay up till midnight or so, though.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So have you guys worked any cases together?
Yes, actually, quite a few. Geez. Which one do you want to start with, Cassie?
Let's see. I can't remember who our first one was. I don't think, but let's
Would it
go
have been
with.
the bowling alley? Would that have been the first big one? Or?
Yeah, we can talk about that one. So I have a cousin of mine that she owns a bowling alley slash brew pub down in Gloucester, and they had been kind of doing some new construction there, and they'd been having kind of a lot of experiences with guests kind of being tormented, being touched, being talked to, being made uncomfortable. And she'd had like her ponytail actually pulled a few times, like while she was in there trying to, work on the place, and just a lot of like negativity going down there. And so she'd asked me if, I could kind of just take a look and see what was going on, or see if we could, maybe just even do a blessing or something like that to put some positive energy in. And so she sent us the photos, and then me and Ron, both ended up picking up on kind of a group of kids, like maybe family, sort of like a couple brothers and sisters and friends there that they'd actually passed away nearby in a car accident in the, we want to say like maybe 1950s, 1960s.
Yeah, 50s, 60s.
Based on the clothing that we saw them in during our meditation. So they had been kind of lingering there for a while, and then there was a slightly more negative energy that was also existing there, which we didn't necessarily get to see, but we both felt like our spirit guides kind of having the tossing and kind of toiling with it off, while we were kind of working with the children, kind of like to the more sensitive details. So we felt them also kind of dragging out, whatever that other entity was, and then we kind of gave some closure to the children. And
the kid that was driving, he had guilt. He didn't feel he deserved to go to the light. It was really emotional. Go ahead, Cassie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, they were all kind of like, just shaken up and, like young, and it was just kind of, just a bad situation, but they ended up being actually pretty grateful and, saying that they're going to pretty much end up caretaking for the place now. So that's pretty cool that they are going to kind of be, in the light, but still watching out for the place because they felt claim to it there. They felt like they wanted to protect people.
Hello.
Hey guys, we actually got a call from area code 219. Who are we talking to?
My name is Cassandra.
Hey Cassandra.
Hi, Cassandra.
Yes. I was talking to Teresa earlier, and she was saying that that you guys do like the readings, and I finally got to catch the show at this time.
Oh, great.
Right.
I usually do like spiritual readings myself, but it's just hard for me to read like myself. Like I always like to get direct insight from a third source.
Yeah, reading yourself is really hard. I mean, even doctors
Yeah.
need doctors.
Yeah. So it's extremely hard. But I was wondering if there's anything you could pick up on, because I'm going through like a lot, and I was just interested to see if there's like anything that I need to know.
Okay, so you just kind of maybe just looking for a little bit of maybe encouragement or advice kind of thing, like from
just like visions, anything that you see, anything that you pick up on that you see coming my way or whatever, like would really help me out. Like it would really make my day.
Okay.
So I have something to look forward to, or have some insight on something.
Okay, absolutely. So what do you think, Ron? Can do a little meditation for her too together and see if anything comes through. Yeah.
My name is Cassandra Phillips, and my birthday is April 4th, 2000, if that helps you tap in.
Okay.
Where do you live, Cassandra?
Yeah, what were you saying?
Where do you live?
Indiana.
Indiana, okay.
Okay. I'm just going to do a little meditation for you.
Okay.
See if it comes up.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm getting the name Bobby. Is Bobby anything?
Not that I know of. Like, I have an aunt that passed away named Baba Jean.
Yep.
Baba Jean.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
that's it.
an older
That's
woman.
it.
Yeah, an older. Well, I
Yeah.
thought maybe a grandmother.
Yeah, she's a woman. Yeah, she's like she
Yes.
was my aunt. I wonder why
Yeah.
she's coming through. Wow.
She's like pep talk, and she's like,
She is.
hold on there, girl. Like, hang in there. You know, like we
She's
didn't raise
she's
you
talking
to
about
Aw.
quit.
yeah,
We
she's
didn't raise you
talking
to quit.
about some things that you accomplished that you don't give yourself enough credit for.
Aw.
Yeah, she's kind of.
She's like,
Yeah, I graduated at 16. I'm 19 now and stuff like that. I've been going through a lot.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
16.
So I never really gave myself like credit for graduating 3 years early. Like now it's
Wow,
supposed to be
that's
now
amazing.
just my graduation. Like this is supposed to be my graduation year, but I already graduated 3 years back.
Wow, are you doing any
So,
college?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I start college in August.
Oh, cool. And for
That's
what?
awesome.
hmm
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm trying to decide if I want to do pre-law. Well, I'm already grown up. I'm old
I
now.
know,
I'm
it's just
19. But,
that was just a bad joke.
yeah.
not old,
But
come
no,
on.
I'm deciding on doing pre-law to be like become a lawyer or to either go to medical school or like be a PA, a physician assistant. So, and then I'm taking the certification for USA Boxing to be a level 1 official because I like the boxing industry.
Oh,
And my
Nice.
brother boxes in Florida right now.
I used to be a boxer. Awesome. Good for you.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I gotta
Yeah.
tell you, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I'm really feeling a pull to the medical side.
I actually.
Yeah, the medical side, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I actually felt like there's a way that you can tie in the two.
Yeah.
As far as like, learning the medical background and also, like working in law, for medical cases or practices or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Oh, good.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I think you should do something
Yeah.
like that. Definitely. If you have the
Do you
patience, if you
see
can get through
anything-
school.
Yeah, that would be great. Do you see anything else? Like anything else I need to know?
Let's see.
You guys are good though. That's a lot of people always tell me the medical side is pulling
What do you-
towards me, and that's always the one for me too.
Do you have a
Yeah.
son? Do you have a son?
No, I don't have one. I don't have any kids yet. I don't know if I ever will.
Yeah, I see a son with her too.
Is there a young? Yeah, there's a young boy watching TV, and he has gifts. I don't know who it is.
I'm not sure. I don't have any kids yet.
Is it like a? Do you have like
I
a
don't-
maybe a nephew or something? Or
No, I have actually no nephews either. No.
Yeah,
But
maybe
I have
maybe it's
I
a
have-
future.
yeah, I think it's.
I have I had a brother that passed away a year before I was born. He was delivered at 5 months, like stillborn, and he died January 30th, 1999. I was born April 4th, 2000. I'm not sure if that could be him. He was never alive, like he was born dead, or maybe it could be a future kid. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think we're seeing
This one
a
was like,
future son.
yeah, he was like this was like a 3 or 4 year old boy.
Yeah,
And it could be the future.
yeah, I think so.
Possibly,
Yeah, I think that.
possibly.
Hmm.
I just saw him sitting on the couch watching TV and kind of like just.
Can you tap in and see what it possibly could be? Could it be like a child?
It could be, but I feel like with children, I feel like that's sort of one thing that maybe, like, you still have the power to, form that path.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like today I'm saying yes, like I'm seeing this 3-year-old child could possibly be yours, but tomorrow you may break up with a boyfriend or meet a new guy or take on
Yeah,
another
I love life
college. So
crazy right now. I don't even know. Like, there's somebody I like right now. I'm not sure if you can pick up on it.
is it a D? I'm getting a D. Maybe a D name. D.
I'll tell you, it's just the J.
J. Okay.
Mhm.
I want to see if I can get anything about him.
They're a Libra.
Oh boy. Okay, Libras. Never dated a Libra. My sister always dates them.
Yeah.
Like religiously.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
We all attract what we need or something like that.
Maybe you learned from her. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I know, right? Mine is Aquariuses. I always date Aquariuses.
Mine was
Aquarius.
Sagittarius. Both my ex-wives and 2 other ladies I lived with were all Sagittarius. It was all crazy. We did
Oh
not get
boy, that
along.
must have been chaotic.
Yeah.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
So I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. I think
Yeah, I'm not either. But I think at least letting you know your aunt is kind of with you a bit is
Yeah,
important.
that's cool.
Cassandra, do you work with spirit guides?
Yeah, I mean, like, I always try to, like, be spiritual and stuff, and, like, I always
Do
can,
you
like,
have
try to
do you
read
know
someone
your
else.
do you know your spirit guide though? Is what I'm.
No, I don't.
You should get in touch with me and Cassie after the show. Not tonight.
Okay.
And let us help you find that. We do an aura reading. We start with an aura reading, and which we'll do off a picture, and then after that we'll.
And are you through Teresa's Facebook?
I'm not sure. If you friend me, I'll get you on my site.
She means Tessa.
All right then.
Tessa.
Oh yeah.
Tessa. I mean, yeah, Tessa, Nicole.
Yeah.
So can I find you through there or okay?
Yeah, they're on my friends list, and I'll go ahead and suggest friends. I'll try that. I've had issues with that before, but I'll give you their names, and you should be able to just look them up on my friends list and go that way, because that's easier than scanning the whole Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could give you the. See, I work off of pictures, so it's hard for me to just do. I was picking up stuff on you, though. You're very strong energy. It's
Thank you.
Yeah, you broadcast. Let's put it that way. So
thank you. So, do you pick up anything about the person I was just telling you about?
Yeah, my phone is flipping out.
He's got a nice smile, whoever he is.
Yeah.
I see like nice teeth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just kind of seeing him, but I don't know. He seems to have he has like a kind of energy to him, from what I'm sensing. So I'd say maybe explore.
I'm getting him now too.
Explore, yeah. Just see, I mean, he could not. Who knows if he's Mr. Right, but
yeah,
could be worse.
That's good. Well, you guys are that. I'm very impressed actually, because you said the medical field.
Yeah,
and that's
I think
the
that's
field that I
definitely.
really.
And I got to tell you, I was getting that from Bobby, your aunt. She's like, she was like shaking her head yes when you were talking about medical.
Yesterday.
Yeah. And then one quick question, like, I've been having a lot of issues with my mom being toxic towards me. Like, I always want to figure out, was I the issue? Because, like, she'll say, like, I'm disrespectful, but then I don't disrespect her. I finally moved out of her house, and she was just blaming me every day. Just every day, like, telling people that I'm disrespectful and stuff. And then, like, I just was tired of her pushing me over the edge. And I just don't like, why does she do that towards me? Like, and she did it towards my brother and sister, like, when they were younger. They don't live with her no more, but I've always wondered what specifically towards me, and like, am I actually the issue?
I think
you are. I think it's her. She's an issue with herself, and she just wants to take it out on you because you're the closest one to her.
Yeah.
Or because like I think parents tend to pick like either the oldest or sometimes the kid with the most like responsibility qualities. They tend to put the most pressure on because like. Yeah. Because, if, like, they just have such high expectations for you, So it's like, they really just want to, like, push you along in the right direction. Because all parents feel regret when, if they think their kids, aren't
She's just,
polite
like, there's
enough.
times where she lied and said, like, I hit her and stuff, and I never even touched her. Like, even today when I went to get the rest of my stuff, she was saying she was going to call the police and say I gave her a black eye, and I didn't even touch her, like, so I just...
Oh,
I don't know if it's mental issues or whatever, but...
Does she drink?
No, she actually doesn't. My dad dealt with her for 18 years and he couldn't take it anymore. But I've always wondered if it was, like, I thought he was lying at first until I got older and I started seeing it.
Yeah.
And I started realizing that it was really serious. But like I was saying, I'll add you guys and everything like that. But I'm very thankful for what you guys told me, like, because I'm just hoping that my life improves. Honestly, I just actually got out of the hospital from a suicide attempt actually 2 days ago. So I'm trying to stay strong. I'm really trying to stay strong.
You are strong. You're You've got the ability to help a lot of people in your life.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah,
This is a wake up call for you. You're gonna do fine. Join my group. We'll help you out there. For
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
sometimes.
One last thing. Do you see anything like? Do you see any like things coming in my way like in the next few weeks or anything that I should be excited about or whatever? One last question.
I see you meeting somebody at a store that you like. You have a real you meet. You're gonna like. Uh, you're shopping. It's like
hmm
you're gonna meet somebody that you like have a really good connection with, or see somebody that you like had one with. I think like an old friend, or maybe
Well,
like
actually, I like somebody already right now, but
maybe like
they're
just like a friend like
Yeah, I
a
don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
pal.
yeah.
yeah.
And you get those kind
Somebody-
of romantical ideas and dreams in your head about someone that's in your life right now, but maybe that's not the one for you. And it could be the guy you
Yeah.
met at the store.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe. I hope.
Or it could be another void that needs filling. You know,
Right.
Like, we don't realize that they're there until we fill them. I think so.
Like a mother figure or
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
Well, hopefully, hopefully.
I'm so glad you called in,
You're gonna do
Cassandra.
great.
And I'll
Me too.
definitely
Yeah.
give you their
Thank you.
information so you guys can catch up and do your one-on-one thing.
Okay.
I also have another friend in the chat room that says they need a personal reading and they don't want it on the air. So hopefully we can do something for
have
them.
them connect with us. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Yeah, it's. I mean, I see it as it's private to some people, so I get that.
Yeah.
But
So
we
And just
thank
know
you.
that-
So I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Good to meet
Anytime.
you, and can't wait to get to know you even better.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Thank
things
you.
ahead of you.
So
Good
yeah,
things
definitely
ahead.
make sure you send me the information on Facebook.
I definitely
absolutely.
will. It'll probably be really, really late tonight or early tomorrow.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Take your time because I know like we're on different time zones and everything like that.
Yeah, and we're still
Right.
here for another 2.5 hours, so it'll be a little bit, but I will definitely
Yeah.
send you all that info. And I'm so glad you called in because I know you really needed it.
Okay
Absolutely.
then. Thank you guys so
Cassandra.
much, and I'll be sure to write a review.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Nice to meet
Okay.
you.
You too.
Thanks, Cassandra. Awesome, and we actually
Yeah,
have a few people.
Cassie and I have been. Oh, go
Ooh.
ahead.
No, you finish and then I'll let you know from there.
I was just gonna say that Cassie and I haven't turned anybody away that's asked for help, and just so everybody knows that if they do, we are several days behind schedule right now, so it may be a week or so before we get to it. I just did a reading for somebody that I met from the last show just the other day, so you know.
Yeah, it takes time, but we want to put in like the time to
Yeah, we want to do it
give
right.
people what they need and need to know, and just good and genuine and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so glad you guys are doing what you're doing to help everyone out. So the next caller we have online is Mr. Christopher Fisher. Hey, Chris, how's it going?
I'm going all right. I sent you a bigger picture I got. It's probably why you would want more than the little one.
Right. No, I see your picture. I talked to you last time too, I believe.
Yeah, I just didn't have a chance to send you a photo last time.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you got another one?
Yeah, a bigger one.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
more
gotcha.
of like the chest and the head,
Gotcha.
so you can get a better
Yeah, I
aura
can see
thing
more.
going on.
Okay.
Oh, should I look at this?
I'm gonna send that over to you, Cassie,
Okay.
so I can get my computer to work.
Right? Tech issues.
It's always the computer's fault, not mine, All right, Christopher, did we talk last time? Did I do a reading about a teenager? Was that you?
Yeah, I think. Someone connected to me, and I have better access now. I keep getting the train sometimes when I have really, really deep readings and thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this song, The Last Train to London, in one of them
Mm-hmm.
on the computer and didn't plan on it. And does that mean I'm in transition or travel or whatnot? I have a lot going on since my mother died, and I'm now starting to work on things.
Yeah, a train is usually a symbol of, yeah, you're right, of moving on, transition. let's see, I'm trying to see your aura a little bit here. You actually got indigo in your crown, which is a good sign. That means you've been around a few lives.
Mm-hmm.
You've evolved some. And I'm seeing green. I'm seeing green from your third eye down. And green is a sign of growth in that area. So, yeah. Are you trying to start a business?
No, I'm trying to start a project to grow spiritually. I've had a lot of things happen, paranormal, and one of the things I need to fight and get rid of, and that because it was blocking me from one of my goals.
Okay.
A negative entity.
Can you see anything, Cassie?
I kind of feel like like maybe I feel like somebody else's energy around him a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
I'm feeling something on the right shoulder, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm not. It's like it is a little blocked a bit, I think. Hang on.
Would on the right shoulder be a mother figure or father figure, or how does that work?
I think it's just it's kind of random to me. I feel like.
Yeah, it is to me too. Now, one thing I will say is most possessions I see on the left side when they're an attachment or a possession.
Yeah, the attachments I usually see.
Right.
I'm seeing someone on over his left shoulder that's really
and
like a lot higher up than him, but
it doesn't always.
It's not glowing and it's not shadowy. It's not a spirit guide and it doesn't look like a shadowy attachment either to me, which is the two things I typically see. I think that's got to be something else. I'm
getting the name Gerald.
It's really. I heard Fred earlier when I first looked at him. Fred.
Fred is my uncle.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is he with us still, Christopher? Is Fred with us or passed?
He's passed. He's on my biological father's side.
Okay, yeah, that's probably who we're seeing on the right shoulder, I'm betting.
Yeah, I didn't quite see him. That must be it though, because I just heard the name.
Oh, I'm seeing him better now though. I see eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned about that side a couple weeks ago. As I was me and Tessa have been
Christopher, I'll tell you the same thing. You should get a hold of us later and let us work on your spirit guide. Because do you know about your spirit guide? Do you know who it is?
I have several.
Okay, there's all kinds of guides, and let me tell you about what I believe in spirit guides. Again, like I always tell everybody, I'm not trying to tell you what to believe, but I'll tell you what I've learned. Okay. So we're all born. We're all born at the same time. God, whatever God is, created us at one time to be companions to Him, and over time, He made us. He gave us free will, so we wouldn't be, just a bunch of little robot friends. We all be different. And of course, with that free will, many of us decided to veer off on our own. Some tried to be gods ourselves. Well, anyway, God came to a point where He had to decide whether to help us or destroy us, because He could. And He decides, I'll give Him a chance. So He gave us reincarnation, and He gave us places like Earth. There's other places that we can reincarnate to. And so a spirit guide is somebody you've had a past life with or two. Like say me and you passed away right now and we're in the light. We would have the choice to stay there and learn from masters. There's all kinds of learning things there. We could just explore the universe, whatever we want to do. Or we could be born again and, learn there. Being on Earth is a pretty good place to learn things. So anyway, say we both are at the light, and you come up to me and say, "Hey, Ron, I think about going back down. You be my guide," and I'd probably say, "Yeah, hell yeah, let's do this," And so the first thing we would do is we would pick your your lessons that you need to learn in this life. You know, it might be poverty, it might be wealth, you know, it might be
Mm-hmm.
a handicap, whatever it is, whatever we pick. Then we would find a family that would suit you for that, help you get those lessons. Nothing's written in stone. We have free will, and so you know it's not going to be like, okay, when you're 10 years old, this is going to happen. So we have to look for a family that when you're 10 years old, this is a good likeliness that this is going to happen, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so you'll be born. Then my job as your spirit guide would be to nudge you along the way. You know, keep you on the right path. You know, if you're going to be your lesson is going to be wealth, we wouldn't want you, you know, spending all your money or ruining your money. So we'd try to keep you from doing that or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
we'd I'd be able to contact you at first, at least, only subconsciously. You know, with your meditation. But so what me and Cassie do is we take you through a meditation where you'll meet this person, this guide, and then you can start uh, a relationship with them. You know, it's that
Wow.
your guide's going to be the best friend you ever had. I mean, it's somebody that cares and loves you already. You know, before you were even born. And
Oh, I know who that is. Her name is Gracie.
Gracie, I was getting it. Oh God, thought I was hearing Lacey, but Gracie, that makes sense.
She has,
Cool.
and I know what she looks like too. Blonde hair.
Cool. So,
That's awesome.
do you talk to her a lot, or?
Yeah, even first time I actually figured out who she was when I was in my 20s.
Nice. Yeah, because with me, my guy's Aaron. I have two. I have Aaron and Claire. Aaron's with me all the time. Claire, just when I really screw something up, you know. And but I just talk to Aaron like self-talk, you know, like when I'm driving. Should I go this way or should I go that way? You know, sometimes he helps me. Sometimes I think he gets a good joke out of making me go somewhere I shouldn't go, you know.
This is what I remember of her too, why I know her as a guide, was with her two past lives, I feel like, and the previous life that she was alive, I was able to confirm where she lived and stuff, and I recently had that confirmation, and it freaked me out so badly because I'm beginning to learn I'm more gifted than I give myself credit for.
That's right.
We'll definitely catch up with these guys and get the one-on-one thing going on because I think it'll be a lot clearer without all these other energies kind of tuning in.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a shout. I already have you on my list.
cool. Do that.
Don't forget to add. It's under Kassandra Kreitman. So I'll give you that
Oh, I
info.
don't have Cassandra on my list, but I have Ron.
Yeah, I'll give you that
Okay,
info. Yeah. Or Ron can always just add her to the
Well, thanks for calling in,
conversation, too.
Christopher.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, we'll
Hey,
see you, buddy. Hang in there.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Christopher. It's good to hear from you.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later as well.
All right, bye, Chris.
Bye.
All right, we have an area code 425 number. I know who it is, but I have to go by protocol. Who are we talking to?
Hi, you're speaking with Robin.
No, I said 425. Is that 425? Yeah, Kathy Weaver was the next one, and then it was you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're speaking with Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Hello, Robin.
Hello.
Sorry, Robin.
Hi.
Kathy was actually next, and she's about to go to bed, so let's get to her really quick, and then we'll get right to you, okay?
Okay.
Sorry. Hey, Kat.
Sorry. Hey guys, how are y'all doing?
Hi, Kathy.
Good. Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm doing okay. I was just wondering, so I have a couple of things going on. What woke me up and had me call in is I had the thing that jumped on me in my sleep and held me down, held my hands down, groped my body, and I could see it. Even though I had my sleeping goggles on, I could see it. I could see the room around me. Anyway, it scared me because it used to happen a lot when I was a kid. It hasn't happened in a long time. And also, I got really sick in February, and I almost died. I had a pulmonary embolism, and I was in the hospital about 5 weeks. Now my hair is falling out. I don't know why my hair is falling out. And I'm starting a business, and I met a new guy that I haven't felt this way about a person in probably 25 or 30 years.
Nice.
So it's really, really
Wow.
new. And I mean, because, usually I'm really not too on relationships. I don't like them. They scare me, because I feel like they end in heartache almost every time. So for me to be feeling this way about this guy is really different for me. And I'm getting ready. Like I said, we're starting a business, me and my partner, and we're getting ready to buy the equipment. We got our LLC, and I was just wondering kind of what y'all thought about all that.
How long did you say this was happening to you before? Like how many years? Like was it years ago or?
Well, I used to have them really, really, really bad after our mom passed away, and it took me several years to break it. And I mean, it was so bad. It was every time I fell asleep.
So how did you break it before? I'm just curious. I'm trying to figure out what it could be.
With God, I would just start, it used
Praying.
to terrify me so bad. And then I just got to where I'd start saying the Lord's Prayer. So that's what I do now. Like today it was, but sometimes it's where I can't move. But I haven't felt them hold my hands down and grope my body the way they did tonight. And that scared me.
Wow.
But
Yes.
I just start, saying,
So what's changed?
God is light, Jesus is light, and I just start saying that, and I can hardly speak. So, and I'm just mumbling Jesus, 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 and then I finally break free. But it's not been that vivid.
Right. So what's changed? Besides meeting the new guy? Spiritually, have you just started meditating that you haven't done for a while, or?
No, actually, I've not been praying as much as I should have been. And tonight before I fell asleep, I prayed, and I was like, Lord, I haven't prayed in a long time.
Right.
So it's like I've been out of that for a while. But it's happened a few times here at my house.
Right.
Like I said, not that vividly. And I had a roommate for a little while. She stayed here for a little while until she got her own place. And she's like, Kathy, there's just some weird shit going on at your house. And she's not even touched like I am or my sister is, or some people are. But she's like, like it was completely dark, and I walk outside and I come in and the lights are on. Or I shut the door and I go out the room and come back in and the door is open. She said, I feel like I'm
you definitely have something there. Me and Cassie work on these things, but the way we do it is through pictures, and then what we do is we would meditate with you and then work through your energy to help release whatever spirits are there. So Cassie, were you going to say something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting a feeling. My first instinct was that, based on your activity and also the negative course of events that keep happening to you, I would say maybe some sort of hex or some almost some sort of something somebody put on you almost and drew that energy to you in a way.
Yeah,
if it could, I think it may be drawn to you, maybe not necessarily your place,
Okay. Well, I mean, it's been drawn to me my whole life.
Yeah. So it's your whole. So you've been experiencing this your whole life, the feeling of something touching you or lurking kind of thing.
She had a break for a little bit.
Yeah, I did have a break for a little while, and I mean, I've seen ghosts ever since I was little. But they were never really non-threatening until after my mom died. And then after my mom died, and I got into drugs and just to kind of cope with the pain of that, and then it just started happening for a long time.
I find sometimes too that the entities kind of see anytime you're disoriented or on a drug or drinking or high or whatever as a weak point, so they really try to find their way in. I think sometimes,
that's the only time they can is either being drunk, on drugs, like you said, um, anesthesia, and hitting your head and getting knocked out. That's when they can possess you.
Because
So,
you could have.
I'm kind of thinking, okay, this guy, I think he's a really cool, really nice guy, but he does play in a hard rock band, and there's certain places they may frequent and pick up
another attachment of some
an
sort.
attachment,
Well,
and
it
then
was
take
happening,
that
though, before
home. Oh, before you met him? I know you were telling me about the sleep
Yeah, this was
paralysis
happening.
stuff, but you weren't seeing or feeling anything, and now you are, so that's scary.
Yeah, that's scary, and for me to be scared about it, because like it happens, but when I wake up, I'm fine. But I mean, I woke up and I was scared, and that's why I called. And like my hair falling out. Why is my hair falling out? Like I probably lost half of my hair, half of the volume of my hair in the last 5 days. And I went to the emergency room, and which I had the pulmonary embolism and the pneumonia, and I did almost die. And they had me on probably, and that was due to a surgery, not the pneumonia, but the pulmonary embolism surgery. But I went to the emergency room about my hair, and they say that everything so far checks out, except for a couple of things. I'm going to my regular doctor to have checked out, but we don't have a history in our family of hair falling out or alopecia or nothing like that.
probably some medicine.
I thought it was the medicine, because they probably gave me 125 bags, one after another, of these really harsh antibiotics.
Yeah.
But the doctor said he don't see that happen in 2 months after having this effect, 2 months after I get out of the hospital. He said maybe a week or 2 weeks, but not 2 months. So do you see anything with that? And I sent a picture to my sister. I don't know. Did you share that?
Let me see.
No, I didn't get a picture.
It's on the Skype. If you look at your Skype, there's 3 little dots. If you click on there, it'll show like a word bubble and stuff like that, where there's different messages. There should be a red dot by that right now. If you open it up and kind of scroll up a little bit, you'll see her and her new beau in the background.
No, that's not him in the background. That's me at the airport coming back from West Virginia.
Oh, okay. I need new spectacles.
But it does kind of look like him.
It does. I thought it was him doing something in the background. That's so funny.
No, I'll send a picture of him. He's really, really cool.
Do you have any, like, do you feel like your mom is around you at all?
I haven't in a while, no.
Because
I haven't. I hope she is, though, because she's really always been there.
Well, she says,
well, I think
when I talked to her on the Ouija board, the one and only time I ever used it, that she's always with us when we need her. But I think she's really busy doing something else on the other side, because we do have warriors and such on the other side trying to help us on this physical plane. But she does come when we really, really need her.
And she told me the night that she died, when she came to me, my mom came to me the night that she died, and I woke up in the middle of my sleep, and I walked in the living room, and I didn't know it then, but what she was wearing was what she was buried in, and she was kind of levitating, and she talked to me for hours and hours. I mean, for hours, and I just stood there and talked to her, and the only thing I remember of the whole conversation was at the end, she said, "I'll always be with you, always."
Right.
I think
I sent a picture of the guy too, the new guy.
So I was seeing her kind of around you in the photo of you. So I'm thinking whatever is attacking you in a way, she may be trying to help possibly.
Right.
Okay.
I think she's just popping out to maybe try to help you with whatever else is going on. But we definitely probably maybe need some better photo in the meditation, like Ron said, see if we can see anything else. Like
you mean photos of my house and stuff, or photos of
actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea either, but yeah.
I think we'd start with I would start with the aura. Just read your aura. So
you need a white background and not all that energy in the back. Like a white background so he can see the colors and stuff.
And like a foot around you and above you, waist up, at least. Okay. Full body's best, but yeah, send us that, and we do a with the aura reading. I'll send you a picture of what I see in your aura. Blockage, any chakras that are blocked, any attachments. Cassie sees spirit guides and other attachments, and she also gets a lot of just regular psychic, general psychic stuff, really amazing stuff. The other day, a lady, Cassie said, somebody an old lady named Mem, and it was like an hour after the reading, the lady goes, "I have a cat I call Mem," and she acts like an old lady. I mean, who gets Mem? You know, I'm like, oh my God, she blows me away every day. but yeah, so she'll send that in. You know, she'll have her input. I'll send you a report, 2 to 3 pages long usually, of what
Thank you.
what we get. Yeah, do that, and yeah, we'd like to get you on our site too. So,
Yes, I would love to. I'll get the information. I'll get the
awesome.
information later. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, you're
Do
welcome.
you see feel anything with my business? Or you probably need to do that with the reading, huh?
Yeah, I don't work that way, but Cassie does sometimes if she wants to try it.
You know what? Honestly, though, like if you're not sleeping right and you're not like processing your energy right during the day, like it will. It's going to affect your business, whether like based on whatever's going to happen either way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I hate
so
to
I think it's
interrupt you
important to
guys,
deal with this.
but we got to go to our first break. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Thank y'all.
Looking for nighttime adventure?
You're welcome. Thank you.
Radio that delves into everything out of the norm. Then check us out at Spaced Out Radio. This is Dave Scott. Every Monday through Friday, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, we're going to take you on a wild ride ranging from conspiracies to true crime and every ghost, alien, and Sasquatch story in between. We're always live and we're always interactive with you. So join us at spacedoutradio.com, where together we own the night.
Hey, guess what? You can now get your brand new Spaced Out Radio swag at spacedoutradio.com. We've brought the store back with all new items for you to pick out and pick up for yourself, your family, or friends. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, we got it all. All you have to do is head to our website and click on Store. Choose what you want and it's shipped to you. The Spaced Out Radio store is right there for you. Come shop with us at spacedoutradio.com. Then we can own the night together.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Canada's largest UFO conference is ready to roll in Toronto this September 21st and 22nd at the Alien Cosmic Expo. This year is about the experience. Listen to the stories of Dave Scott, Travis Walton, Paula Harris, Grant Cameron, Ryan Stacey, Richard Dolan, Leslie Mitchell-Clark, and more. Get your tickets now at aliencosmicexpo.com.
Coming soon to our website, spacedoutradio.com, is the SOR Space Travelers Club. For just $5 a month, you can get into a private area on our site where you can hang with other listeners in our chat room, post in our forum, and check out a bunch of exclusive content and store that won't be found anywhere else, including a nightly after-show party with Dave. It's going to be the best $5 a month you're going to spend. The SOR Space Travelers, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Are you tired of being blocked, shadow banned, or placed in jail for simply posting your thoughts on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want, when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
If you're heading to Vancouver, make sure you stop by the official bar of Spaced Out Radio, the Moose Vancouver. It's the place to party in YVR. At the corner of Nelson and Granville, the Moose Vancouver is always up to speed with a kitchen staff that serves great food. All food on the menu, $6.95 to $8.95. There's a reason the Moose Vancouver is recognized as one of the hottest spots on the West Coast. Get your horns up for the Moose Vancouver. Come get spooked at the 4th Annual Forest Moon Paracon in Cedar-Woolley, Washington, Saturday, September 28th. UFOs, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot. Speakers include Mike Morin and Jason Jordan, R. Keith Andrews, and Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio, and so much more. There will be workshops and a VIP roundtable. Get early bird tickets now at fmparacon.com.
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch? Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Every night on Spaced Out Radio, we have places for you to hang out. Hi, this is Carl. Join our SOR Space Travelers group on Facebook for live chat. On Twitter, using hashtag Spaced Out Radio. You can also join us in our Spreaker chat room. Check us out on Instagram at Dave Scott SOR. All of our archives are free on YouTube at Spaced Out Radio. By the way, I'll be watching you at your window until you do. Bye!
Hello, this is your guitar man, Ron Bumblefoot Thaw, and I have to tell you, I love the response I get for Little Brother is Watching from Spaced Out Radio fans. It's amazing how music can inspire and make people think deeper about what's going on in the supernatural world. You can head over to my website, bumblefoot.com, to check out my music, my guitar workshops, my touring, even check out some of the hot sauces that I'm working on. And make sure you keep on listening, because with Spaced Out Radio, you know Little Brother is watching.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
You can follow Tessa on Twitter at TessaTNT, on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio, and our website is spacedoutradio.com. Now, back to Spaced Out Weekend host, Tessa Nicole Thomas.
Hear the sound again, voices dancing in my head, smile wide, drowning slowly as the air goes right.
Hey, welcome back everyone, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. We're joined by Ron Sherman and Kassandra Kreitman. Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
Hi.
It's been awesome so far. And we have Sir Robin on the line.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Hello.
Uh-oh, they abducted Robin.
Uh-oh, he lost.
Scotty, beam him back down.
I see his number there, but I'm not hearing his voice. Robin, did you mute your mic or something? I don't know what happened. Well, I guess until we hear from him, you guys were wanting to talk about Kelly's story?
Yeah. How do we start on this one? A lady came to us. She had an 8-year-old son who had defeated leukemia, and but got sick again with a side infection. Basically, well, he died in her arms on the way to the hospital at 8 years old. And she was wanting some kind of closure with him, and I couldn't even imagine what that poor lady's gone through, losing her 8-year-old son. But Cassie and I did a aura reading first, as we usually do, and we didn't even read her aura because he was right there in her heart chakra, and we realized that her love for him is holding him from crossing over, so he was still earthbound. So we told her that she could tell him that it's all right to go, and she did that, and he crossed over. What was really cool was then she wanted us to help her find her spirit guides, and in that reading, the little boy came through to Cassie. Cassie, do you want to talk about that, or do you want me to tell it?
Yeah, well, just quickly. So Jamie, yeah, he was we just briefly kind of to chat with him, but he just had such amazing energy, and he was there just to really.
We fell in love with him.
Yeah,
He's a great kid.
we loved his personality, and he was really there just to help and support his mom, and really all the his other brothers and sisters, and just kind of like to be there for them, but to in a positive letting go type of situation after mom gave him permission. But he also they do a little celebration for his birthday every year, and mom was thinking about not doing it because she was so upset, and he actually had told us, and we told her that he really wanted her to do it and have his celebration still. So he's very much a part of their family still, even though he's moved on, and just kind of watching out now as opposed to really being with them in that same way.
Yeah, it was pretty dramatic. Cassie's kind of downplaying her abilities there, but she said, okay, he wants you to have the party. Well, his birthday was 3 days after the reading we were doing, so 3 days away. And the mom said, start crying, and she said, well, I was trying to decide whether to have a birthday party for him. Well, he already told Cassie he wanted it. So, and then he said, and I love the sunflowers. And Kelly said that's what she was doing when we called her that day. She was planting sunflowers.
Yeah, we felt a really good connection with them, and just totally felt their bond, and their growth together, as far as getting through just kind of traumatic situation, but just so much love there still between them all.
Yeah. And that's one of the most common type of possessions, is either when a young mother dies or a child, because that love kind of holds them there from crossing over. A young mother will stay to help their kids, thinking I got to help raise these kids. When actually she's living off their energy and harming them and harming herself by not evolving. So that's a common type of possession that we run across, and it was really cool doing it with Cassie because she was able to give Kelly some closure, and the lady's been very, very thankful, and she's still got a lot of work to do. She's having a hard time letting go, and we're helping her with her. We're with her all the way. We're out there. We're with you, Kelly, if you're listening. we love you.
We love you. And the family.
So, always good to have that support. Our next caller is from area code 360. Who are we talking to? Don't forget to unmute your mic.
Oh, you got me already? I thought there would be others before me. This is Yvonne calling, Tessa.
Aloha, Yvonne. How are you?
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Cassandra.
Hi.
I've been enjoying the show.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I just would like a reading. Well, let me back up a little bit. 2 weeks ago, I was really busy. You know what I mean? In terms of helping to transition people and, kind of thing. And so,
you're a medium?
And then I was also, am I what?
A medium?
No, I chose not to be a medium, Ron.
Okay.
But I have other gifts. Okay, I'm a psychopomp.
Okay.
You know, yeah. So I have several gifts. You know
Awesome.
what I mean?
Yep.
And so I was helping transitioning people, and then in my waking state, I was dealing with my car repairs. And so this past week, I have just wanting to cruise because I was so exhausted with all the bouncing around I was doing in terms of transitioning people and stuff. You know what I mean? And so I just want to play. And one more thing I have difficulty, Rod and Kassandra, is I have presences with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they range anywhere from 4 to 6, depending upon what I'm doing, kind of thing. And so I just wanted to know if you can sense them, or if you, you know,
Harry?
or if you can't. What?
Do you know anyone? Is there anyone around you named Harry? Harry. I got the name Harry.
No, but I've never known a Harry before. But I do know. Okay, let me put it this way. I just get a kind of, you know, sense of them. Like I know 2 or 3 are very ancient, shaman type kind of people. And then recently, though, this past year, I had a major shift on my change of the guard, so to speak, on my guides and stuff. And then 3 of them are people who have passed in this lifetime.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow. That's awesome.
And none of them are Harry that I know of. But I do have. Would you like their names?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one was Kumu Elva Andrews, big Hawaiian Chinese, and he kind of mentored me when my gifts were kind of really taking off. You know what I mean? And then years ago, back in the 70s, I had a spiritual director, and I don't know if he's one of them, but his name was Rainer Harrington, and he was a Franciscan friar. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And the third is probably my paternal great-mother, but she passed long before I was born. And then the other 3 that are ancient, they seem to be ancient shamans to me. And one comes like kind of Tibetan in appearance. I can see him sometimes in the back of my head, so to speak, like my third eye, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then one, I may have 2 Hawaiian women, but they go in and out. And then the other one, I think, I call him Suhaku. I think he's Japanese type healer or something. But then years ago, I used to have this one that was not human, and I used to call him Aoki. And the equivalent, I guess, since I'm from the Hawaiian culture, he's not human, I don't think. He's more of a spiritual little humanoid.
Right.
And in Hawaii, I would refer to him as a manahuni.
Do you converse with these people, with these guides?
Well, the way they converse with me is more in terms of my thoughts. They enter into my thoughts, into my meditation. You know, like they'll put a thought in my head. You know what I mean? Like when I have a question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I also have a connection, it seems, since a very young child, a direct connection with the spirit. I call that my still small voice.
Okay.
Okay. And when I say my work, it's not like work, you know, like we all go out to work and do this and do that. Right. My work is more in terms of I go into deep states of meditation and I go flying all over the place.
Right.
You know, type thing. But it would help me, you know, if you have a sense of my guides, or you know, and then I have a protector. Okay. You know, type thing. Right. And he's kind of formidable. I have to keep him in line, but I don't get like a clear sense of him. You know what I mean? They are present with me if I'm like actually in this reality or dimension, working like doing lomi lomi on somebody.
Mm.
You know what when I'm doing it's a Hawaiian art of healing. It's kind of energy work,
Reiki.
I would say.
Right.
But
Right.
but anything you can pick up, you know what I mean, in regards to that, because they don't come in like clear, like a direct, like doing a phone call.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do almost all my work off of pictures like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you want to send us some pictures, I'd be
Yeah,
glad
I usually see the
Oh,
guides.
okay.
Like I'll usually see
Yeah,
the
Cassie
outline,
sees them
the
really
glowing.
good.
Yeah, there's a glowing
Okay.
figures.
And so you need a picture, like you said, with a white background or something?
Yeah, for aura, if you and just keep in mind that we're like a week behind on readings, so it's not going to be like
Yeah.
But,
No, it wouldn't be.
yeah,
I wouldn't
we won't
request
forget
that.
you.
Okay, good enough.
We had a bad lady went irate because we didn't do a reading the next day.
Yeah.
A free reading,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And she was like, yeah. So I just
Oh,
I just want
okay.
you to be prepared that it's not going to be right away. But yeah,
Oh, no. No,
I think it's
because I'll
awesome
be
that you have a
busy.
sense.
Yeah, because I'll be busy working on my car. I've been without a car for 6 months.
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I've been kind of slowly diagnosing, but I've finally come to the conclusion that it's what you call, I think it's the computer system of the car, so I'm waiting for it to arrive, and then a diagnostic tool, thingamajig.
Nice.
Well, it's so
Yeah.
good to hear from you, and I hope you guys get to catch up and figure this thing out.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Well, you guys
definitely.
have a beautiful evening, okay?
You too. Thanks for calling.
It was good
You're
to
welcome.
hear from you,
Bye-bye.
Yvonne. Bye-bye.
What? Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's funky. I like her.
Yeah, she's got a really good energy. It's awesome.
Yeah, she does. Awesome. Yep, that's all cool.
I think we have Sir Robin back. Sir Robin, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Yay!
Hey,
we can
Robin.
hear you. We lost
Hey.
you.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
So what can we do for you, Robin?
So I actually have two questions, but my first one is that so I've made acquaintance with this. So I go to this cabaret called Misfits Cat Robichaud's Misfits Cabaret, and she's one of the producers, and she sings.
Okay.
And so we have become acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering if I'll end up being in one of their productions someday.
Is that who's in the picture you sent to me, or no?
Yes, that's her in
Okay.
dress up.
I sent that to Ron. Ron, if you could share that with Cassandra, that'd be cool.
You did?
In
Is
Messenger.
that on Skype or
Messenger? Sorry. Yeah, when I get it on Messenger, I'll just send it
Oh,
through
I got it.
Messenger. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. We'll let it go slide this time, young lady.
Thank you so much for understanding.
Only because we love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Let's see.
So yeah, it's a pretty cute picture. Looks like they're at a conference or something, and Sir Robin's getting a really good hug.
Oh.
That'd be cool if you could get in on one of their
Okay,
productions. That's so much fun.
I'm not sure. Oh,
Oh, gotcha. Both look happy in this photo. It's a good photo.
where's the photo? I'm not finding the photo.
It's in the Skype Messenger. Like if you go to the little message symbol.
Right.
And then right underneath where we got the other gal there. Keep going.
Oh, the couple?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's him and his cabaret gal there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a happy couple.
Yeah, you guys look happy there.
She's
And
all
you
over
wanted to
you,
know-
Sir Robin.
I
Yeah,
know,
no
right?
kidding. What kind of cologne do you wear in there, buddy? I gotta get some of that.
Is there any pheromones in that?
I'm not.
So I'm not seeing him dancing or anything or performing yet. But the thing about reading you today is that anything you do or anyone you talk to, can definitely kind of change that. You know what I mean? Like anything you do from today on, who knows, like where you could end up tomorrow. Still, as far as what you put your mind to, or what you truly want to do. So it's. If that's something you want, then I'd say like you should definitely, put that effort in that you were going to do either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it might just not be, you might just not be doing it yet. But I'm not. Yeah. But you guys, I got good energy from your guys' photo together. So who knows, that maybe that's kind of a sign that you guys are maybe going to do something else together, or if you guys really vibe, it could lead somewhere else. So.
Yeah, and even if you start with like doing lights or stage props or whatever,
Right.
like that could build up to a part eventually, because you'll get more familiar and more comfortable with the theater atmosphere and be able to actually play a part somewhere. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Does that help you any?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, good.
And my second question is so I know this. His name's Kyle Stevens, and he runs a geek. He's a lead singer and lead guitarist for a geek rock band called Kirby Crackle, and we've known each other for about 5 or 6 years now. And I messaged him today on Facebook Messenger, and I asked him if you're going. I don't know if you're about the Avenger movies or the Marvel movies that come out.
I don't.
Yep. Yeah, I know about him. I'm an Avengers fan.
Yeah. So he's writing a song about both of the Avengers movies that just happened, that just came out.
Cool.
Well,
that's pretty cool.
And so I messaged him, are you going to write a song about both movies? And he came back with, have you been in my studio?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Sounds like he's maybe misunderstanding or trying to figure out what's going on at his place there. Do you? It's kind of an odd message.
Yeah. And my thought is that guess my thought was that do I have any psychic abilities or anything?
Well, I personally believe we all do. So.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That being said, and I use this analogy a lot. That's like saying everybody that has legs can run, but not everybody can run like Manute Bol. So, but everybody does have the ability, and it's something that you can increase. That you can improve too. It's not just you don't just get given an ability and that's all you got. You can increase anything. You can by meditating, working with guides, living in a life of meditation, basically, and you're gonna improve. And what kind of gifts would you want if you had one?
Mainly just psychic. That's all.
Just like
Gotcha.
yeah. I bet you already have a lot of psychic ability. Like when somebody calls, you know who it is before you even look. Yeah, you.
I think we
know
all have to use it. Too.
Yeah.
You have to try to kind of explore that and sort of like work that muscle, because it only
Right.
gets stronger the more you do. So if you, find ways to kind of improve, enhance, or, like explore whatever kind of you feel drawn to, I think that's important.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
the keys to developing your psychic ability is meditation, which goes along with prayer. Prayer is asking, meditation is listening. Those two, and having a spirit guide and working with your spirit guide. Those are the two main things that I've seen to develop your intuition, psychic
All
ability.
right.
Yeah, and that's how I
Yeah.
do most of mine too, is through meditate. We all do all that work through meditation.
Right.
So it's important.
Okay.
Impotent.
All right.
Very important.
Hopefully that helped you, Robin.
Yeah, it has.
Awesome.
Well, thanks so much for calling in.
Thanks, Robin.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We actually have a question from our SOR space travelers, and Jade was asking, and I know, our Psychic Sunday shows, they're always entertainment purposes only, and we're really not supposed to ask health questions or anything like that as long as you're not taking it too seriously. Jade was asking, may I ask a question? If so, whatever they can pick up regarding my health and anything else that comes up, thanks. And just always know it's best to refer to a doctor, but anything that you guys could pick up would be awesome, because I know the medical field doesn't always pick up on everything. It could take a long time.
That's true.
Cool.
That's true. This is one of Cassie's specialties.
Yeah, I mean, and typically I do that like
In a meditation,
some time
yeah.
in meditation. But
Yeah, it's hard
if she
to do
wants to
it.
send if she could send a photo, I mean, that would be helpful. I think, or maybe we could
Yeah, if they want
we
to
just have to
contact
connect
us,
with her a little better.
contact us later too. Yeah. I'm not at all.
I'm kind of seeing someone in like I'm just seeing like a medical atmosphere, someone in a wheelchair. So not to get too much. I think I just need a little more connection to her in some way. Maybe,
Yeah.
Call, picture, something like that. Maybe, hear her voice, all that.
Talk about in the meantime, as far as jobs you've worked together, people you've been able to help so far?
I think an important one that we both do, which kind of typically goes unnoticed by most people, but when we go out like to public places, just like kind of shedding light on people, like just kind of like doing sort of a mass prayer for good energy for everyone in the everyone in the vicinity, and just putting it on anyone that's having a tough day or anyone working there, or I think it's just so important because you can, I feel like we really kind of maybe affect like a lot of people in those settings, and and they affect people from their day maybe positively. So really just spreading the positivity that way. I think just being able to kind of keep your positivity and just try to bring it around with us. And Ron had a good experience where he got seen putting light on somebody before because somebody else was doing it too. Want to tell him about that, Ron?
Yeah, I was in line actually at Walmart, and the lady in front of me had a little baby, and you could just feel her depression. I mean, I really felt maybe even suicidal. She was just oh God, just crying out for help. Well, I was sending her light while I was in line, and then it was really cool. She checked out. Then I go up to the cashier, and the cashier smiled and said, "Yeah, I sent her light too." So it's always cool when you get noticed by another light worker.
Like just the small things, like even just for people you don't know, or like, you know, not really like with thinking too much or putting a ton of, you know, effort into it. I think
Yeah.
that's just like a great thing. Anyone can do that too. So,
Yeah,
you
light
know,
work. You know, it isn't always, you know, sending a spirit to the light. Sometimes it's just holding the door open for somebody. You know, it's just that could change a whole person's day. You know, that person's day can change somebody else's day, who changes somebody else's day, who changes somebody else's day. You know, it just goes on and on and on. But yeah, well, I gotta tell you one thing about Cassie too. I taught her to. We did one rescue together where I sent somebody to the light, and the next day she texts me, "I just did a rescue," and then about an hour later, "I just did another one." It was like they were just waiting for her to start. She had like a line, you know, people waiting to get sent to the light, and
they were pushy.
it was so awesome to watch that. I mean, yeah, I'm so proud of her. She's just really, really something.
It's oh, thanks, Ron.
You're
It's
welcome.
not. It's different than you know, anyone's assumptions, like what it's like to, you know, just like, you know, help them on that kind of passing. And you know, you don't get to see them typically or chat or make friends all the time, but
Right.
but you feel their release, and I think that's really how you truly know that they've even gone or that you're even doing the release, is like, you know, feeling that closure at the end of it, and that, you know, sort of emotional you know, finale in a way.
Right. And something else I want to bring up too is I had I think, was it a dream or a vision for someone, Danny? I can't remember.
I think it was a dream first.
Yeah, I dreamt about Cassie having a daughter, and it's funny because that next morning I dreamt that you're having a daughter and her name is Danny, and Cassie's like, "Yeah, that's what I was gonna name a daughter." But anyway, so this girl, she's gonna be amazing, and I've seen her now probably more than a dozen times in dreams or meditations, and she's playful. We just can't wait for her to show up. You know, it's like I tease Cassie. I'm gonna have to come bring my violin over and get a romantic night for her and her husband. You know, so we can get Danny in the world. You know,
right? Serenade the whole event.
Yes. Yeah,
yeah,
she's come to me a few times too, in meditations with, you know, kind of in different forms, if you will, just to show me she's there and stuff. So it's like a spirit
I was
guide
having
in
a
a
bad
way.
day the other day, and Cassie sent her to me to cheer me up, and she did.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's already taken my orders.
Right. What a good
Already
girl.
listened to Mom.
Yeah,
yeah.
she's gonna be a sass though. She's gonna be a handful, but she's gonna be worth
Yeah.
every minute.
And that's another thing too that I found kind of significant in my kind of spiritual, like, awakening, whatever you want to call it, is like just the intensity that you know, like I just felt more connected and, you know, more psychic too, like after I had my son Dean, just with like the way your focus changes, and like I was able to, I didn't have as much anxiety as I had just kind of like floating around, kind of blocking, you know, the intuitive information, because you know, when you have a child, all your focus is pretty much on them. Right. You know, it's like a small focus, but when you're, you know, not like mind running in a million places, when you've just got them to focus on, and then, you know, and then I was able to kind of just feel more in touch with, you know, Earth and the whole kind of life cycle, and, you know, how people's souls are, you know, brought to certain people to take care of them, and, you know, sort of all that. I just, you know, it's a great connection. I think I've talked to a couple of their mothers too, who say that they really felt like their abilities kind of enhance after, you know, becoming mothers too. So I think a lot of people maybe sharing that too.
Well, maybe it's the whole prospect of bringing another spirit into this realm. You know, that's pretty awesome.
Right.
A soul.
Yeah. He actually, my son actually was protecting me while I was carrying him too, and I didn't actually know that I was with him, but I was, you know, working on a paranormal location, and he had really been the driving force for me to kind of get out of that situation. There was some negative entities around, and he had just really been, directing me to get out of, the area and to not be around that. So he saved me in a number of ways. So it's just kind of amazing what your kids can do for you, whether they're, here yet or not.
Right.
I had kind of the same experience with my daughter. She saved my life after she was here, probably before she was here as well, but especially after. Had it not been for her, I would have had really no reason at that point. How you feel sometimes during life. There's points of depression that everybody reaches, but just know life is a gift, and we're very lucky to have it, because there's a lot of people that don't get to live their full life, and we're pretty lucky to be where we're at, even though sometimes it seems really, really hard.
Right, and I think that's something we all pretty much have struggled with, but I feel like that's kind of part of your journey in a way to overcome, to kind of dig yourself out of your own depression in a way, or just have a catalyst for change in that way, like such as a child, another blessing of some sort.
That's right.
Right.
Well, we have a question in the chat room. Go ahead, Ron. You go first.
No, go ahead.
Sharon Bowles was asking, I just want to know what I'm supposed to be when I grow up. Let me see if I can find a picture of her really quick. I know there's one in the Periscope chat room, but I don't know if either one of you have been in there, so it might just be easier for me to find that. Are you guys picking up on anything before I find one, or I'll continue to look while you're kind of thinking about it?
Okay.
And I found her. There's a cute little kind of like chair picture on there. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I can find one of her. I know she's got some good ones in here. Okay, I shared this one. And she's going to be in the middle of this group here. Oh, private message. Sorry, guys. Okay, Ron, I sent it to you, and now I'm gonna look up Kassandra. I wish I could just send it to Skype. That'd be so much easier.
Yeah. I'm glad you know what we're doing.
Right? I do sometimes.
Need some direction.
Oh, something else we could talk about too is our picture on the banner being back to back.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
I was gonna say you're not gonna tell everyone how he struggled, right?
Oh yeah, that was a struggle getting that. Kat, if you're listening, you're amazing, lady. You did great.
Yeah, I don't know how you got it to look normal, but with what we sent you, but you did a beautiful job.
She did. She made it look good. But Cassie, one thing that most spiritual people know is there is a very strong war going on between the dark and the light, and the dark does not want me and Cassie working together. We've already got, I don't even know how many people we've helped send to the light, how many people we've helped with their learning to meditate, finding their guides. We're doing a lot of light work, let's just put it that way. And we get attacked all the time. I mean, constantly. And it's we even had one today, And we developed this. Actually, my guide taught it, where all we have to do is say back to back. The first time we had to meditate as back to back, and then we could fight anything that comes our way. I mean, we're invincible when we're back to back. So, like if Cassie's feeling something at the middle of the day, she'll text me back to back, and we'll just go right into that meditation and fight whatever is off. And this is something I wish we could get everybody to find a partner to do this, because it's amazing how good it helps.
Yeah, it's like a spiritual buddy system for for attacks, because it's because you never know like really when they're going to happen, and it's we're not always on top of our mental state or situation, or but no matter what, you can always kind of come together for the back to back. What we picture for that is like basically just like one super being of like being kind of indestructible and all that good stuff. Full light.
Awesome.
It is awesome. It's so cool having a partner that can fight with you.
For sure.
That's right.
So important. Or even to have a crew. Like I have a team, and I don't know what I'd do without those guys. But I did send in Messenger Jade Art's picture as well as Sharon Bowles' picture. So if that helps at all, I know it's not on white backgrounds, but maybe you could get some energy off of there. Something.
Okay, so Jade is asking about the health issues, and then Sharon is the young gal that's looking to know what she wants to do. Let's see.
I don't see any pictures
on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Facebook. Okay.
Flip back over, Ron.
You guys are losing me. Not that it's that hard.
It's a bi-tech issue.
Right.
Go back and forth. You guys are lucky I have like 4 different places I'm bouncing back and forth in, but yeah, Sharon wants to know, what will I be when I grow up? Jade wondering about health. And just remember, everyone, when you call in, this is all entertainment purposes only. And enjoy yourself. It's a really good time.
Sharon, my advice, don't grow up. Just stay right there.
That's right.
That's right. It's a trap. Don't do it.
All right. Yeah, and I honestly feel like, in the words of John Lennon, like you should just trying to be happy is number one priority, and loving yourself is like so much more important than your career choice. But I'm gonna try and see if I can picture her kind of doing it in another sort of atmosphere here. Or maybe a little bit of a future Sharon. Let's see.
How old is Sharon?
I see kids. Oh, yeah. How old are you? I wonder how old she is. Maybe.
We'll see if she says. You never ask a woman her age.
That's right.
But I'll see if she answers.
Yeah, I just saw like a room, like a kind of like a toddler room, like almost like a daycare or something. So I don't know if that's anything maybe she's like been interested in before, but just maybe something to think about.
Yeah, I could see her with kids.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And who knows, that could be a stepping stone job to something else. Like, I mean, it's just kind of a little snippet, but so hard to say for sure.
All right, and we're getting a call here from a 206 area code. Who are we talking to?
Hey, Tessa, it's Nikki.
Hey, Nikki, how's it going?
Doing
Hey,
all right
Nikki.
tonight. Hi.
Hi, Nikki.
Hello. I've got a couple questions.
As long as it's not algebra.
Yeah.
Okay, Lord, no. I had an experience yesterday, and, well, first and foremost, I should say that I'm a psychic medium, and I pick up stuff on a daily basis.
Right.
But yesterday, I had an experience where I heard my son call out to me. And typically, if he does that, usually means he's asleep. He doesn't do it very often. My son is in his late 20s. And he used to do it when he was very little. But now I'm calling it into question because of the fact that he was awake at the time. And it was so loud that I thought I was in one room and I thought he was actually standing at the doorway of another room.
What was the emotion you felt when you heard it?
I thought he was in trouble.
Okay.
I'm getting that. I'm just feeling like something
But if
happened,
it
or
was-
he had a dream or something that made him start this.
If it wasn't him, I want to know who's playing with me. Because
Well,
if I'm not picking it
even
up,
if he was awake, that could have been him.
Or it could be residual energy too from him. If it's something he does ritualistically, you could hear it still, even if he's maybe not there. Sometimes I think.
Right. Does he have psychic ability that you know of?
yeah, he did.
Of course he does.
Yeah, he does. It
Yeah.
runs in
Okay.
my family.
Yeah.
Well, this
He
is
just
what.
chooses not to use it.
Yeah. Now this is what I believe is a poltergeist. The movies have made a poltergeist a ghost, but what I've known is a poltergeist is a living person that doesn't know that has psychic ability, but doesn't really know how to control it. And it's usually brought on by big, strong emotions, like a fear or super happiness. The movie Carrie from Stephen King, she is what I believe is a poltergeist. She had that ability, but she didn't have any control over it. And when she got mad, bodies flew. She's extreme. But your son could be transmitting stuff without even knowing it, just subconsciously.
Or he could be like kind of projecting himself, like if he's not communicating with you. Yeah, verbally.
Oh God, when he was little, when he was a toddler, he'd wake me up. I'd be sound asleep. He'd wake me up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and he'd be going, "I want to play, Mommy. Come play, come play." I'd go check on him. He was sound asleep.
Right. Yeah.
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 And he started about 2 months ago with calling out to me, and he doesn't do it very often. It's extremely rare.
Is he going through some struggles right now, or?
Yeah, he
something
injured
emotional.
his foot.
Yeah.
He injured.
He needs his
foot
mommy.
pretty badly.
Yeah, he's asking mommy for help.
He's too old to just
He's
come out and say
subconsciously
it.
doing it though. Yeah.
It's your son.
Yeah.
He needs a
Okay,
mom.
so
we
I'm
all
not-
need mommy
that's
once
what
in a
I needed
while,
to
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not feeling anything negative. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Do you
'Cause I'm
think
like,
maybe
all right.
he's like astral traveling?
That's
while
what I
he's
was
sleeping?
thinking
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
'Cause I do that.
But I'm like, because I checked, I was like, okay, I've got to know my boy's okay, and I got a little upset about it yesterday, and it caused some issues. But I was like, you know what? This is my kid. I need to know he's all right. And he comes back with, yeah, Mom, I'm fine. No, I wasn't asleep. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was
Dude,
him.
you need to stay in your body.
Yeah.
If you
I
don't
know.
stay in your body, things can happen. So
I know.
anyway, thank you. I appreciate that immensely.
Oh, you're welcome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I can't think of anything else at this second, but thank you.
You're welcome. If you do, you can hit us up online.
Yep.
Will do. Thank you,
Awesome.
guys.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And what is the name of your page again, Ron? It's Psychic Grapevine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's a good place for us all to connect as well, I'm sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It is a closed site, but we'll just tell them you're from the show, and we'll get you in there.
And I kind of want to take some more time for Jade. I feel like there's. I have
Jade's
more to
a
tell
friend.
her.
She's actually a member
good.
of the Grapevine.
Yeah, I feel like I
Awesome.
have a good amount to tell her. Like I'm gonna have more to tell her, so I
Awesome.
kind of want to just.
Good.
I need to maybe spend a little more time, because my guides want me to read her like more in depth. So
Yeah.
we'll get to that, Jane.
And
Yeah,
Sharon
Jade-
got back to us and said she
Been a
was
friend
like
for a while.
40-something.
Oh, okay. Because she has one of them faces that you could she could be 20.
Right.
I know, I can tell.
Yeah.
But she was saying before that was good advice and everything. But yeah,
Oh,
if you
good.
picked up on anything
Good.
else for her, she'd be grateful.
Okay.
Okay,
And sometimes stuff does come after too. I feel like,
Yep.
like you get some tidbits. I always get it when I'm driving, and I'm like, oh, crap, I need to write this down.
Yeah.
Right? Going
Me
your
and
cell
Cass-
phone to notes.
Me and Cass are good at bouncing off of each other too. Get things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good to have backup. Or like with my team, everybody's so diverse and different, and a lot of times we're on the same grounds or the same agreement, but sometimes there's things out there that some of us know that others don't, so it's good to have the different backgrounds so you know what's going on or have some sort of clue.
Yeah,
So-
sometimes we get different stuff. Sometimes we get the exact same thing or different parts or all that.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about me and Cassie. We kind of complement each other. Like, she's really good at the general readings, and I can see auras, and she's not seeing them yet. She will, though.
Yeah, it's
Next
really...
week, I'm going to Boston to meet her in person. I'm going to teach her next week.
I'm
so.
gonna learn. Yeah, I'm gonna learn in person.
Well, sometimes it just happens too. I was sitting there in Phoenix talking to my sister, and all of a sudden there was this huge aura behind her, and then I was seeing a figure, and so it was kind of weird. I didn't know if it was her dad or if it was just kind of her energy bouncing off the wall, but it was pretty interesting to say the least.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah, when I first started like working with Ron, I started seeing like basically people's faces next to people, like when they're hanging around with them, like. So, but I've haven't seen the auras yet, but I think it's because I'm trying too hard.
I think you have. Yeah, I think you're too worried that I'm going to say it's wrong.
Yeah, because I it's more if I did kind of see them, which I sometimes can get a faint color. It's more like in my mind. I'm not seeing it like in front of me like a 3D type thing. So
yeah. Did Jade have a particular question, or?
It was about her health.
She was just for.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could have a good amount on that. Yeah, we got hers.
Yeah, I've been, me and Jade's been friends for, I think since the last radio show, maybe the one before. I think it was the one before. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, she's a good lady. She likes adventure.
Oh.
Likes to travel.
Jade is very
That's
cool
awesome.
indeed.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her a lot.
Can't wait to find more about her. Let's see.
Yeah, she's another one of those out there with some awesome energy, and I meet them all the time here at Spaced Out Radio. It's kind of like a hallowed ground for paranormal and UFO and ET enthusiasts. Like, everyone basically in the chat room has had experiences, or they're curious about experiences others have had. So it's kind of like you feel safe there. It's kind of like a base.
Right, yeah, exactly. And that's one of the reasons you meet those people. But two, Edgar Casey says like energy attracts like energy. So, you're meeting people because of your amazing energy too, Tessa.
Oh, thank you, Ron. You as well, and Cassie. I'm so glad I met Cassie through you.
Isn't she awesome?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so proud of her.
Oh, stop.
She's got an amazing radio voice as well.
Oh, thanks. I can't listen to it, but thank you. It's cool if it's not, it's always someone else's voice. We all have our thing we hate listening to.
Yeah, it's funny because when I first seen Cassie, I seen her picture and I thought, oh, this is just she's too young. I'm not even going to talk to her. And then when I heard her voice, I'm like, oh my God, that's. I was expecting like this little voice.
I'm grown.
It was awesome.
It's my grown-up voice, Ron.
Yeah,
right.
Her radio voice. She doesn't sound anything like this, right? Usually.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, special
Just
accent
like
for tonight.
Tessa's taller on the radio, so.
Right? I'm not the average size woman. I'm much taller. He's like, no, wait, that's not Tess. She's way too short. I heard you shrink as you age, too, so shh.
That's true, though. I don't remember you being that short last time I seen you. I think you've
It's on
been
the heels.
Yeah, eating some shortening or something.
Right? Could have been, when I broke my foot off in my husband's ass, like that could have took off some inches too.
So he's a little taller now, and you're a little shorter.
Taller. I'm a little shorter.
Right.
So true. Well, we just have a little less than 2 minutes left before we go to break. if there's any other thoughts you guys had to share before we go to do that, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't know. It is funny how you do see someone and it's been so long. Like, man, has it been a couple years at least that we've seen each other on?
It has been a couple. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's gone by so fast. It doesn't seem like that long, but when I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, wow, that was quite a while ago.
It was, yep.
I think that's when I first met the new crew members through the world's largest ghost hunt, National Ghost Hunting Day. And you had showed up too, and the first time I met Cheryl, I had met Mel and Jamie before.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because we did the railroad station earlier that day, and then we had sushi later on. So that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
And then the next time that you were around, we tried to get rid of this entity at the railroad station, and that's where you were talking about how free agency comes in, and the spirit wasn't able to leave yet because it didn't want to, and we're like, man, just get rid of it, it's negative, but you're like, nope, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You're always learning something new every day.
Sometimes you can. If they're what I've found is if they're real dark, you can because we don't do it. The angels come and take care of it. They work through us somehow.
Oh, that's awesome. Kind of like a beacon.
Yeah, do you remember the movie Ghost with Demi Moore?
Oh yes.
And that scene where they look like demons come and take that soul away?
Yeah.
It's just like that, exactly like that. I've seen it so many times.
Well, I hate to interrupt.
It's kind of like spiritual
bouncers. Right. We got to go for a second break. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Looking for nighttime adventure? Old school radio that delves into everything out of the norm? Then check us out at Spaced Out Radio. This is Dave Scott. Every Monday through Friday, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, we're going to take you on a wild ride ranging from conspiracies to true crime and every ghost, alien, and Sasquatch story in between. We're always live, and we're always interactive with you. So join us at spacedoutradio.com, where together, we own the night.
Hey, guess what? You can now get your brand new Spaced Out Radio swag at spacedoutradio.com. We've brought the store back with all new items for you to pick out and pick up for yourself, your family, or friends. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, we got it all. All you have to do is head to our website and click on Store. Choose what you want and it's shipped to you. The Spaced Out Radio store is right there for you. Come shop with us at spacedoutradio.com. Then we can own the night together.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Canada's largest UFO conference is ready to roll in Toronto this September 21st and 22nd at the Alien Cosmic Expo. This year is about the experience. Listen to the stories of Dave Scott, Travis Walton, Paula Harris, Grant Cameron, Ryan Stacey, Richard Dolan, Leslie Mitchell-Clark, and more. Get your tickets now at aliencosmicexpo.com.
Coming soon to our website, spacedoutradio.com, is the SOR Space Travelers Club. For just $5 a month, you can get into a private area on our site where you can hang with other listeners in our chat room, post in our forum, and check out a bunch of exclusive content and store that won't be found anywhere else, including a nightly after-show party with Dave. It's going to be the best $5 a month you're going to spend. The SOR Space Travelers, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Are you tired of being blocked, shadow banned, or placed in jail for simply posting your thoughts on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want, when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
If you're heading to Vancouver, make sure you stop by the official bar of Spaced Out Radio, the Moose Vancouver. It's the place to party in YVR. At the corner of Nelson and Granville, the Moose Vancouver is always up to speed with a kitchen staff that serves great food. All food on the menu, $6.95 to $8.95. There's a reason the Moose Vancouver is recognized as one of the hottest spots on the West Coast. Get your horns up for the Moose Vancouver. Come get spooked at the 4th Annual Forest Moon Paracon in Cedar-Woolley, Washington, Saturday, September 28th. UFOs, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot. Speakers include Mike Morin and Jason Jordan, R. Keith Andrews, and Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio, and so much more. There will be workshops and a VIP roundtable. Get early bird tickets now at fmparacon.com.
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch? Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Every night on Spaced Out Radio, we have places for you to hang out. Hi, this is Carl. Join our SOR Space Travelers group on Facebook for live chat. On Twitter, using hashtag Spaced Out Radio, you can also join us in our Spreaker chat room. Check us out on Instagram at Dave Scott SOR. All of our archives are free on YouTube at Spaced Out Radio. By the way, I'll be watching you at your window until you do. Bye!
Hello, this is your guitar man, Ron Bumblefoot Thaw, and I have to tell you, I love the response I get for Little Brother is Watching from Spaced Out Radio fans. It's amazing how music can inspire and make people think deeper about what's going on in the supernatural world. You can head over to my website, bumblefoot.com, to check out my music, my guitar workshops, my touring, even check out some of the hot sauces that I'm working on. And make sure you keep on listening, because with Spaced Out Radio, you know Little Brother is watching.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
You can follow Tessa on Twitter at TessaTNT, on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio, and our website is spacedoutradio.com. Now, back to Spaced Out Weekend host, Tessa Nicole Thomas.
Hear the sound again, voices dancing in my head, smile wide, drowning slowly as the echoes rise.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. We have Ron Sherman and Cassie. Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
Hey. It's funny. My commercials got switched around, so we didn't have our. We did a replay of the first commercials. I'm like, holy shnikes! I just realized that when I heard the song, I was waiting for the whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, oh wow, this is really calm. So
That's
sorry.
cool.
Yeah, sorry for the replay on the commercials, guys. Didn't give you something different to listen to. Yeah, we're back. So where did we leave off? Man.
That's a good question. Where did we leave off?
I think we were. I think I'm just tying up some ends with the some of the gals with their questions. They had sent pictures and just getting people to refer to our page if they want like a little more in-depth stuff. If they sent in anything we didn't get to, or
yeah,
and we were talking about all our nonsense, all our magical stuff.
There's lots of that. I shared a picture on Facebook and Twitter this last week. I keep my studio locked with a deadbolt that only I have the combination to. And when I came in, my pins were not next to my computer. They were on top of it in a weird form. And my water bottle was turned upside down behind my laptop. And I was like, what the heck? So I questioned my kids. I'm like, did any of you guys get into my office? No, you have it locked. I don't have the combination. And I'm just like, wow, what's going on in there? Hopefully we don't have crazy tech issues, but everything's been running pretty good so far. Are you guys picking up on anything from that? Man.
There is something there.
On your left. Sure. I mean, sorry, on your right. On your over your right shoulder. I just like feel someone there kind of looking at us.
Right.
Kind of it's a kid. Nothing? It's a kid.
Yeah. I was going to say, I didn't feel like anything really bad because I've been obviously watching you all night, but it didn't feel like negative, but you think it's a kid, Ron?
Yeah, it's like, I'd say 9 or 10 years old.
Boy.
Yeah, little boy.
Yeah.
Lots of energy, needs lots of attention.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's Billy, because we went on a trip several years ago, and I was teaching the kids how to use the dowsing rods, and they were pulled to this pool area where there was a fence around it, and we picked up the name Billy. Billy had actually drowned in that pool because his little sister fell in there. He tried to save her, didn't know how to swim, so they both perished. So it was really bad. So now they have it all fenced off, and Davy Joe asked the little spirit, hey, you want to come with us? You're more than welcome. And I turned around and I was like, Davy Joe, you never ask anything to come home with you.
That's right.
That's a no-no. Like, man, things I should have said before
How old
we
is
started
Davy
this
Joe?
session. He's 15 now. At the time, he was probably 11, 12 maybe. But yeah, I was like, you never ask anything to go with you. So I think he did come home with us. He stayed with Davy Joe for a while at his home, but then we took custody of Davy Joe just last year on Easter. And so now he's in our house. So that makes total sense that perhaps Billy came along with him and is now at my house.
And Billy is not liking that me and Cassie know about him. He is trying to hide like crazy.
He's behind the mile sign right now.
Yeah, he is.
That's fine.
Sorry, my son came in. I guess he wanted to use a pen.
Hey there.
This is a family show.
That's right.
Sometimes not. Last night got pretty bad. We had a troll that came on.
No
It was
kidding.
the first time I ever had a troll, which is a good record. You know, just a little over a year I finally get my first troll, but it was not a good experience. It was pretty uncomfortable for everyone involved and everyone listening. And it was.
People do stuff like that.
I think they're just really bored, sad people, and they just want to cause chaos.
I guess so.
It's too bad.
But yeah, since my son came in, that reminded me of an incident. Have you guys had any experience with UFOs and ETs at all?
I've seen stuff I didn't know, and I have seen a cattle mutilation. That's pretty much my. I totally open to it. I just don't. That's. I grew up in the San Luis Valley, and there's always sightings there.
Yeah, I feel like the maybe other entities that aren't humanoid exist. I feel like we've maybe seen them around. I think we saw them around somebody before.
Yeah, I have rescued a few alien entities.
Yeah.
One I helped Ashley with was alien, and I'd love to see one. Where was that? I was reading a book that said that if you open your mind to it, you'll see them. Because if you close your mind to them, you just don't notice them. I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to see it.
I've seen several things here. I saw an alien orb in my backyard in 2012, and it was
And how did you know it was alien? Just felt it, or?
well, because I've seen spirit orbs, and this was the very first alien orb I've seen, and you could just tell a difference. This alien orb, which was
Okay.
much larger, it was about 3 or 4 feet in circumference and about 3 or 4 feet off the ground, and it was moving at a very
Wow.
slow walking pace, and it looked like a glass orb with liquid fire inside of it, and it was rolling clockwise.
Was
You
it-
could
yeah.
see the red, orange, and yellow flames, although it appeared liquefied inside of it. And I put down my son, I whip out my cell phone, I'm trying to get to the camera, but I can't. Like, I'm just so, like, my fingers are going crazy. And so I called my family over, and they all witnessed it, my daughters and my husband. To my daughters, it looked the same to them as it did to me. To my husband, it looked like a glass orb with a glowing bat inside of it, flapping its wings at a very slow rate of speed. After that, I was trying to actually get pictures of the Perseids. I was trying to, get pictures of this meteor shower we were supposed to have going on. And I actually got pictures of unidentified flying craft that were just kind of tucked along the
Awesome.
clouds. And they were all in the same formation each time. They were all facing the same way. And then at the
Wow.
very end, at the very beginning, they appeared as lights on a cloud in a circle. There was a red, a yellow, an orange, a green, and a white light on a cloud, kind of like they were having a conference. Then after that, you could see these shuttlecraft. And then at the very end, they were lights again, and then they just disappeared. So that was pretty cool. And I have pictures of those on my page. I'll have to share those with you guys so you could see them.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
But just a short time ago, I'm working overnight security, and I talk to my kids every night before they go to bed. And my daughter Lily starts telling me about this dream she had about a UFO in the backyard. And it was behind the trees, only like 10 feet away from my studio here. And she said she went into it, Floyd went into it, and she said she was running and Floyd fell, and Floyd said, "No, I didn't fall, you fell." And then they started going back and forth about the experience to each other, and Lily started laughing, and she's like, "Remember when you jumped on that alien's head?" And they both started laughing, and I then realized this wasn't just a dream. This was a shared experience that they had that kind of seemed like a dream to them, but they had shared this experience. So I'm like, wow, what's going on?
Wow.
That is cool. It's kind of cool. I have dreams where me and Cassie are sometimes she's driving. Actually, Danny drives sometimes, the future daughter. But it's like an RV through space, and we go to different planets. And there's one planet we go to that's like a college, a place of learning. It's like a donut-shaped planet, and we always pull up on the inside of it, and then go to these like crystal caves. It's really cool.
I bet there's so much energy in there with all those
Oh
crystals.
yeah, it's amazing. It's like they teach us stuff, but we don't really know what they're teaching us. It's like being like programmed.
Yeah,
it's like,
I can't remember anything hardly from my dreams, but I know like so much happens, and it's like
Right.
I got so many answers. But I'm working on some more lucid dreaming, or kind of honing those skills in a way, because I can't get up and write it in the middle of the night. So I'm trying to figure out a different way to try it.
right.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually, for a long time, I didn't have dreams, but then I started dreaming again, and like you said, they're very vivid and lucid. And the one I had last night, it was just like basically the end of the world, and everybody's kind of staying together in a large house, and we all have all this stuff stockpiled. And I remember the worst part of that dream for me was I left my dog with this girl that was there, and when I came back, the dog was gone, and I was like, "Where's my dog?"
Oh no.
So that was the worst part of the dream for me. You would think the end of the world would be, but I was like, "What'd you do with my dog?"
Details, I know. Oh my gosh.
I haven't had an apocalyptic dream in a while. Those are
Really? I get them all. I get those ones a lot, actually.
Do you really?
End of the world, or the chasing. Or yeah, the chasing.
I used
Dreams
to
of
get
the
the
haunted house dreams, of course.
right. When I worked at Linden Ranches, it was right on the Continental Divide, and I used to have dreams where the Russian soldiers would come over the top of the mountain into the valley, like taking us over. That was always something. So, did you get anything on Jade, Cassie?
Not much. My guides were telling me that we need to do like a full-on aura picture and then reading, I think, on her.
Right.
So I kind of wanted to spend more time on it because it's like I need to concentrate. I think I need to go into deeper meditation for her.
Right.
Because there's like a lot for her.
So Jade,
like, a lot of information.
get in touch. You're already a member. We'll get in touch and help you out.
Yeah, I have her little picture here too, so that will help, and then hopefully we can get in touch with her a little bit more. But
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can have her reach out to you, or you can reach out to her because she is on my friends list as well. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have either one of you? Well, I know you have, Ron. Cassie, have you gone on any paranormal investigations?
Yeah, actually, I've been on probably like maybe a dozen or so in my lifetime.
That's what she was doing when we met, and I kind of turned her away from it with my philosophies.
Well, what you did was give me perspective,
Right.
is the thing, which a lot of people misconstrue as, brainwashing. But really anyone that likes knowledge and likes learning can take good perspective and, alter their, morals to suit their new knowledge.
Right.
So that's what kind of happened with me is I was going on them and I wasn't really like sure exactly what I was looking for, and I wasn't really getting it either. And I ended up like sort of just always kind of being drained and, sometimes having negative experiences, but, it just wasn't the, it's a good learning experience and explorative, I think, for some people, if, depending on what type of experience you're looking for. And then just for me, it wasn't like the right work. Like I felt like I was kind of in the right, atmosphere, but not, or maybe like in the right hemisphere, but not in the right atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that kind of just led me to, kind of like, maybe want to do some more like, kind of the rescue work and stuff like that. So I was kind of just like at the places, but maybe didn't really know what I was supposed to be doing there until now. So
awesome. Well, I'm glad you're on my side.
Yeah, I
my
mean,
work.
and really it's everyone's side and the spirit side too, because, just caring more about them and really having to converse with them like, like you would any other person, and kind of like have those talks with them now before I send them to the light is kind of definitely like impacted me, and, and just to personify, people's idea of spirits and, not just like, little like ghostly figures or shadows or, because I mean, really I have conversations with them, and Ron does, like we, just like any other person you would talk to, or anyone here today on this, like they need help too, and they need to be talked to and listened to, and when they're ready to go, that's our job. So.
Yep.
That was my favorite story so far as like paranormal investigation was at the railroad station, and very first time we went in there was supposed to be a preliminary. It was 8:00 in the morning, very early, and she gave us so much information. Kate Johnson, Walter Intention Death, Sharp Tool, so on and so forth, and we gave all the words and info that we found to the museum curator. He found out she was a prostitute. She had been snuck onto the train by her fiance. She ended up getting engaged to the firefighter she used to frequent, and being she was a working girl, the brakeman had been with her too, so when he found them together, a fight ensued. He stabbed the firefighter to death, and that's why Kate ended up taking her own life. She just couldn't move on. Being, she was raised Catholic, her beliefs were, that she would be stuck in purgatory because she killed herself, and she was basically stuck on that train car. And then a Catholic school class came in, said a prayer of release from purgatory, and she was gone for about 3 months, but due to free agency, she came back to help Emmy, the little girl ghost, because the brakeman is a real jerk. He really picked on her and would keep us from communicating with her. But it's really cool how all that works, and how the beliefs that we have as human beings can transfer over to the spiritual realm.
Yep.
Yeah, I find that a lot of the spirits I kind of talk with in passing is there's so many reasons why they think they don't deserve to move on, like because of something they did, or some something they didn't fulfill, or like suicide or drugs or letting a
Right.
family member down. Just like us, like, I mean, it's just, once you believe something strong enough, like, I mean, I guess it could really affect them too,
Well, and there's thinking that they have business to finish. A lot of times, a revenge act. The person that, like, a murder, the person that murdered them, they want to get even with them, so they stick around, to try to facilitate that. Some people don't. Some ghosts don't. If they die suddenly, they don't even realize they're dead. They're in like a limbo. Like what. Those are the ones. Those are easy to rescue. Those type. And I'm glad you brought that up, Tess. That you said that she was like being in hell because she was stuck here. Because that's one of my big peeves about. And I'm probably going to make a lot of people mad right now.
Right.
The ghost hunters. Now, there's some that go and I don't know if you've seen the British show, The Rescue Mediums. The two ladies, they do the same thing, except they send the spirits to the light, and so many times you get, one of my biggest peeves I hear when somebody says, well, they just don't want to go. Well, yeah, if you're freaking having parties for them every day, you're not ever going to get them to go. Your attention to them is drawing them, holding them here, and as rescue mediums, we have to use psychology. We get in their head. We have to try to get them to want to go. But it's like they have these haunted tours. All that does is hold these spirits here. They can't cross over. They can't evolve, and they can harm us too by using our energy. And it's just,
that's something that's happened to me on a number of occasions, and I've seen it happen too. Is people inviting them into their energy, or other mediums inviting people into my energy and other empaths and stuff. And letting them drain you, and that has like long-lasting effects on people too, and it's really hard to come back from that, I think, and people don't realize until like the hype of the night is over, sometimes. So it's just protection is so important, and the state of your consciousness and your intentions basically.
Yeah, and don't go out drunk or high or whatever. Go out with a clean mind, open mind, and
right.
Yep.
Your highest guard up. We actually have a question from Lisa in the chat room, but I don't have a picture for her. But she was asking, can I ask a question about my daughter? She's 28 and won't talk to me. And her name is Lisa Marie.
Lisa Marie.
Right.
My first wife's name.
And next one. No, just kidding.
Right? Oh, okay. She's got a picture here in the chat room. Let me see if I can save that and send it somehow. Okay. Share picture. Yes, I got it. Okay.
Good work, Tessa.
Nice.
Okay, I pressed share picture and now it's not giving me anything. So I'll try it again. But yeah, here it goes. It's thinking, does she
have a specific question about the daughter, or just like, is she okay, or?
I think she's just doing a general question there. But let me see if she comes up with anything. By the time I finally get this sent off, my computer's being really slow. My backup computer.
Okay.
It's not good backup. So hold on 1 second. I'm getting it going. But you guys can talk about anything that's popping up for you at this point while I'm trying to get this to send. Crazy slow.
Okay.
It's okay.
Oh, one cool thing that me and Cassie's done is we created what we call the Bat Cave. It's a imaginary place where we go to meditate, and it's really cool. It has a spider. Yeah,
it's like a fort.
Yeah, it's like a fort, and we get to play in it. And,
there's dragons.
Yeah, it has dragons protecting it. It has a spiral staircase going up, so when we meditate together, we just say we'll meet either at the couch or the front door, and as we go up, we get more relaxed and more relaxed. So by the time we're up to the Bat Cave, we're ready to do any work we need to do, and we do our big stuff in the Bat Cave.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of protective measures to that as well, and
Yeah.
So and that really, is just limitless based on your imagination if you have a good one like we do sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
Well, it's good to kind of go back to, that childhood imagination and keep those doors open, because when you don't, that's when stuff kind of shuts down on you.
Yep,
Your
Einstein
gifts don't
said
work
that
as much.
imagination was more important than intelligence or intellect. And I agree.
Me too.
Yeah, it's creative. You're creating when you're imagining. Casey says what we think. Thoughts are things. They're not just little wisps of air that float around. We create. That's what spells are. Attacks and spells. And, that's why we get attacked by people that we don't even know, or they don't even know they have the ability. Is you cut somebody off on the lane and they curse you, and then you're cursed.
Right.
Of course, different level.
Yeah, even just like spouting the negativity sometimes is enough to really just like kind of send downstream and affect that person, whoever it may be, which I think is how people accidentally kind of attack others, here and there, just venting and stuff like that, I think, but it can definitely, it's everything you create kind of goes somewhere, right?
Right. Yep.
Well, that was kind of something that I was getting to with the thought forms. Ron, I was able to send that to you and Skype the picture, but I'm not able to find Kassandra on here for some reason. I don't know why. It's really weird. Because I have her on right now. How come she's not popping up? But thought
You sent it in
forms.
Skype?
Yeah, I sent it in Skype. I was able to figure that out. That's probably why it took so long.
I didn't get it.
Maybe refresh. I don't know. But she said that on that one, hold on one second. She said her daughter's on the left of the profile picture. I don't know if Lisa Marie is on the right. Shoot. These are times I wish I wasn't using my phone for Periscope. Then I could just send it directly. But let me see if I could pull it up over here. But thought forums, like a lot of haunted places, people have these different tales of different people, different things that happen there that aren't reality, but it becomes reality. It becomes an entity that's there. Do you guys have thoughts about thought forums?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
okay. Like the possibilities endless, but that's actually what my pretty much beliefs are. What like poltergeist energy is based on that is that enough people talk about something and basically make it so, and then kind of create this not quite solid entity, but something that has enough manifestation to affect people, we'll say.
Yeah, we should tell them about Sandy.
Yeah. Do you think she's a poltergeist though? I feel like that's more of a defense mechanism.
Yeah. Well, when I first read Cassie's aura, I seen an attachment, but it was a different attachment. And we did the reading, and it turned out that her name is Sandy, had a name, but she's actually a splinter of Cassie, who protects Cassie. She's now mostly back with Cassie. She shows up once in a while. She was just here the other day, but at first she was like a part of our everyday conversations. I think she was like really checking me out, seeing if I was going to be, harmful or good to Cassie. But it's kind of a thought form. It's kind of a splinter off of it's not. She's never had a life. She's part of Cassie. Maybe Cassie in a past life. I'm not sure.
I think, for me, when I picture her, it's like actually like my like me, but as like at a certain age I was at, and so it just goes to show you all the different kinds of like entities that do exist, and we come across like probably something different all the time too. That kind of is somewhere in between all of these things, or
right.
not different attachments or. They all do different things or have different goals or, created from a different place. But yeah, I definitely think that, people can manifest things just by, kind of talking about them, feeding energy into them, you know, spreading that, you know, sort of
Definitely.
stories. Stuff
And
like
of course, we all have different levels of ability. You know, some could develop something really strong and big. I believe Cassie developed Sandy when she was going through that, feeling the spirits around her and nobody believing her, making fun of her, kind of. That's damaging. You know, people don't realize how bad that is on a kid. You know, it's like it ruins your self-esteem because here you are, you know it's there, but everybody's telling you it's not. You know, so you know I hope all you out there that have kids, those imaginary friends aren't always imaginary. You know, they're something that needs to be dealt with.
I think like it is a gray area where between, you know, kids needing attention and kids also suffering from like a kind of a serious, you know, spiritual energy. And it's usually because the child has like some sort of psychic power, you know, psychic energy to them as well. I think that they tend to kind of cling to people that, you know, like I was always told that I was like an indigo child. So, you know, like we tend to get, like attract negative, you know, energy, I think, to try and take whatever it is from us. So
yeah, wasn't your aura indigo?
Yes, although it's changed a bunch.
Yeah, it has changed a bunch.
So.
Oh, that's another thing we've been doing is finding Danny in her aura readings. She shows up like when Cassie's riding her menstrual cycle. She shows up in the background and it's like waiting, like, where's my chance, you know?
She's riding shotgun, waiting for the
Yep. She's like, all right, I'm here. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm ready. She's got some worlds to change.
No, I can't wait. I'm pretty much ready to, but you know, there's no perfect time or perfect readiness for anything, I feel like.
Right. And I'm so lucky to have Cassie welcoming me and including me in her family.
Right.
It's so amazing.
Well, we all have like a, you know, like I said, you don't realize you have voids until people, you know, just perfectly fill them, and
right.
You know, and it's so important to just have patience and understanding with people. If you really, you know, like with all the negativity surrounding us, it's just so important to try and hold on to that, and like, you know, really like not get sucked into like the empathic stuff where you're, you know, taking everyone's baggage on and you know, just feeling like your own baggage, and you know, kind of trying to figure it all out, and you know, having mixed feelings about everything. And so just love is the most important part of it. It gets us through everything.
Yep, love is it. And
that's it.
Yeah, you know, I've been waiting for somebody to pass my torch on, you know, and I've had other people that were interested, but they just never could do the dedicate themselves. And Cassie, I mean, here she is with a full-time job, a husband and a kid, and she still makes time to work with me every day, you know, and that's just, as long as she's wanting to work, I'm going to teach her whatever I can. And I'm sure there's things I can still teach her, but she teaches me as much as I teach her anymore now. So, it's like I say, her strengths are my weaknesses, and together we're pretty strong.
That's awesome. And I sent you guys this picture of Lisa Marie, but it looks like it's sent repeatedly because it wouldn't send.
I didn't get it. I got the words Lisa Marie, but then
I got the words. Yeah.
It should be popping up soon because there's it looks like 10 coming through because I kept
going, really? I got
enter, come on, send, and then it just sent it repeatedly. But I also have one of Kevin McDougall. He sent one as well, so I'll send that to you next.
Oh, yeah, there's Kevin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's wanting the aura reading. I bet I can read that aura.
And Kevin, you can call in at any time. We don't have anybody on the line right now, so feel free to do that. Oh, and Nikki's got one here too, but I just accidentally closed the window. My computer's so delayed. So crazy. But Lisa was wondering about her daughter, and she said her daughter was the one on the left. Perhaps she's the one on the right. And she did say somewhere in in the chat room here. Hold on one second. Let me scroll down. I was just having issues sending that picture, so it was kind of a pain in the booty.
Yeah, because I got Kevin's picture, but I didn't get Lisa's yet. It's weird.
Okay, well, she's
Yeah,
weird.
I got the same. I just
That's
got
so
Kevin's.
weird. Okay, well, Lisa Marie was wondering what she can do to heal her relationship. And Kevin, I guess, is going to call in. Kevin, feel free to call in now because I did send them your picture and they do have it. But let me go back here and see if I can send that to you again because I did send it, but let's see what the issue is with that. I'll try again. Maybe if I refresh, it'll work out. Are you guys picking up anything off of
Kevin? has things all around him.
Yeah, I see it on his left especially. I felt
Yeah,
that
his left.
Yeah.
Left
and
is,
on the right.
Yeah. I'm trying to see how many there is. It's like 1,
3,
2, 3, yep,
4,
3,
5.
4. Yeah, there's a 3 right in a bundle just above his left shoulder.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a 330 area code. Who are we talking to?
This is Moonlight, Kevin McDougal.
Hey, Mooney.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. McDougal?
Hey.
Pretty good, Ron. How you tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, thanks.
You guys sound great. Good to
Awesome.
meet you, Cassandra.
You too. I know. Nice to see you.
And Tessa, darling. What's wrong with me, baby?
you've got attachments coming out your ears.
You get some. Yeah, you get some company.
I'm seeing a really nice thin but nice vibrant light blue aura.
Nice.
Your crown is a little yeah. To really see that crown, I think we're gonna have to get rid of some of them attachments on you. Do you use any kind of protection doing spiritual stuff?
I'm a light healer and all that good stuff. And
right, yeah. I knew that. But do you use light to protect yourself?
No, I don't do any protection.
Yeah, that's why you have all those attachments. They're like, hey, free ride, man.
Yeah.
The McDougal Express.
Yeah.
But actually, you can probably get rid of some of these. Just next time you meditate, just ask them to leave, and I think about half of them will just on their own. And then, and then if you need any help, get with me and Cassie on the site. But you definitely have a strong attachment. Are you picking up anything else, Cass?
I'm just feeling them there, but they don't want to communicate with us. So.
Right? Yeah, they're. It's like they're embarrassed.
Put.
Yeah, they're embarrassed that we see them. Like we caught them, caught them in the shower or something. Go down.
Yeah, I'm feeling humiliated from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get some freaky ones.
Yeah, you do. I'm getting I'm seeing Carla from Cheers. So I'm thinking a little spunky, little Spitfire.
I just got the name Ethel. So
Ethel,
I don't know.
that's her. Yeah,
Ethel.
that's her. I think Ethel's a Spitfire. She's the life of the party. Yeah, so do that. You do meditate, right?
Yeah, I'll do some meditation and grounding tonight, and
yeah, there you go.
Try to put myself in the moonlight.
Yeah, and take another picture after you do that, but wait at least a day, and then send that in to me, and let me see if that aura's changed any.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then,
the other thing I wanted to ask you about was my spirit animal, and if I had I don't know about any kind of any overseers or anything for me. I have no communicator.
You don't. Oh, so you don't know your guides at all?
No guides at all.
Yeah, that's. Let's get rid of these attachments, and then we could. Do, what we do is we guide you through a meditation. We don't ever tell you, who your guides are. They'll tell you. So we'll get you relaxed enough that you'll be able to hear your guide talk to you clairaudiently, as I just discovered. Is that right? Clairaudient?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just got it. Unfortunately, I just got a message for. Well, when I saw Lisa, I just got Lisa's picture finally. But oh, sorry. Okay, Lisa's picture. Okay, Nikki. Okay.
Oh, I see, Nikki. Okay. Yeah, Kevin. You got some amazing energy, and that's why you got all those attachments. They like that energy.
Yeah.
You know, there's
they like the
there's
good
some
stuff.
to go around. Yeah.
Mhm.
But let's get do see what you can do on your own, and then we'll check on you, and if you still have an attachment, we'll take care of that, and then we'll find your guides, and you'll be rocking.
Okay, I appreciate it, Ron. Good to meet you, Cassie.
You bet. You have a good one, buddy.
Be safe.
Thanks, Mooney.
Talk to you later, Tessa. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Okay, so we do have Nikki's picture that came through, and right underneath her picture, she asked, can you send my pic to your guest? Anything else they may pick up? I do know my main spirit guide, any attachments they see or feel that I need to deal with.
Well, luckily, typically I ask if they. I mean, typically I ask their guides also to tell, like, give me the information too. So, luckily she knows them, so it gives you a good head start with that. So let's see if we get anything else that they may not have told her already.
Yeah,
sometimes
that's
they spoil it.
another Cassie skill is she can pretty much talk to any guide, or. Well, I
My
can't
guides are
through my guides. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you have a open dialogue with almost all of them.
Yeah, because because it's like I really they're the ones like trying to help them out, and I'm just trying to also help them, like help the guides basically as well. So, so they're probably they're good to talk to, and sort of typically usually get me to tell them what they need to know,
Right.
or whatever amount we're allowed to tell them basically is the other thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's difficult when you do have a gift. You can read other people, but it's hard to read yourself. Like for me, I feel like I'm trying to fool myself and make myself think everything's all peachy or whatever the outcome may be. So I'll go to somebody else to read me because I feel like I'm going to try to sway myself one way or another.
Yeah,
that's the same with
I hate reading
people.
Yeah.
The closer you are, the harder it is to read somebody, because you get into that where, okay, did I hear that, or is that what I really want to happen?
Well, actually, I was gonna say my mom's attachment thing. We worked on my mom.
That's right. Yeah, that was.
Mom...
that's something I wanted to bring up about the bowling alley too. But go ahead with that. Remind me.
So I didn't realize, but my mom had actually had an attachment for like probably maybe decades even. And I happened to see her one time, and my mom was visiting, and so I had kind of like really slowly worked my way with her. Her name is Miranda. So I really had to like slowly like inch around her because she was like deeply attached to my mom because she reminded her of her daughter that had been killed when she was young. So she was with her for a long time. So, basically she cared about her probably almost as much as I do. And, it was hard to, try to like tell my mom about it without freaking her out, A, and B, like, trying to just work with Miranda to show her that she doesn't need to, stay with my mom and, to move on basically. But it was pretty strong, and so that took a while. Like I think I probably worked on her for like a couple weeks before she like took my hand finally.
Yeah, that was some good work.
But I've never really read a family member before. Cause we've like tried, but I don't usually do. But with Ron's help, he was able to objectively see her aura and stuff too, and kind of help me with that. Yeah,
Cassie's mom's awesome. I love her.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Something I wanted to bring up too, back to the bowling alley. Something that was remarkable about that is normally when I work for somebody remotely, like say Tessa, you want us to help you with a ghost. I would meditate you, hypnotize, whatever you want to call it. Meditate with you, and you work through your energy. Well, this bowling alley, I sent Cassie there because she had been there. So basically she was projecting, and and then she drugged me right along with her because we were seeing the same exact things, and feeling these kids, and but that was what was peculiar. We didn't have that one person that we were working through their energy. We were actually able to go there, and that's something I think we're going to build on and really. And now another thing we do is, so you get a lot of, especially with three of us, with me and Cassie and then whoever we're helping, it's hard to find a time, and we're getting people to give us permission to work without them, and
right.
Like this I got to tell this one, Elisa. Hello, Lisa, if you're out there, but she had her little daughters are going to be an amazing medium, and she's attracting stuff like crazy already. Well, we couldn't connect on a time to work, so me and Cassie did it. And there's one thing a technique we do called the crystal cave, where when it's a dark energy, we put it in the cave, and then the only way out is through the light. So it either stays in that cave forever or it goes through the light. And well, go ahead.
Oh, the movie theater. Yeah, the movie theater.
Movie theater, yep. So we did that. Well, what's cool is the next day I was talking to Elisa, and I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to see if she noticed the difference. And I said, so how was last night? And she goes, well, it was calm, and it was weird as she had some crystals. And she goes, my husband or boyfriend picked up a crystal, and he said, it feels like she's inside this crystal. Yeah, that was so cool. So yeah, we got one inside a crystal now.
That's awesome and interesting. I haven't heard of that before.
Yeah, it's
I actually got that.
It's effective for a purpose, at least.
Yeah, I actually got that from that show, the Rescue Mediums. Those two. I want to go party with those two old ladies someday. But, they're awesome.
Cool.
They're so cool. But they use that technique with the dark entities and not. So yeah, I learned it from them.
That's awesome. And it's funny how we can have mentors not only in personal life but on the television. So we have a caller from area code 406. Who are we talking to?
PBR. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Hey, PBR, welcome.
PBR. Is that like
Hi,
Pabst Blue?
No, listen, Ron and Cassie. I would like you to speak to the demons that possess me.
The demons that possess you, we could do that. I personally don't believe in demons, as far as like biblical demons. I do believe there are dark entities, and but the thing about working with entities is it's what they believe too. If they believe they're a demon, they're going to be demonic.
Right.
But we would have to do this. This wouldn't be something we could do right now. We'd have to do this through a process, which would be reading your aura first, and then if
so
possible.
You're scared.
Huh?
You're scared.
No, I'm not scared at all.
We can't.
It would just take more time than we have right now. The process he'd have to go through, but you guys can contact each other personally. And I don't know if you have a phone number you want to give out, or if he can contact you through the psychic grapevine, or where would be the best place for him to contact you.
Yeah,
he's scared. He's scared, Tessa.
Okay, I'm scared.
That's right. Thank you for admitting that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's our first one. I know. It's the first night on the job. But no, I mean, if you have a serious...
Well, thanks for nothing.
You're
we just
welcome.
told you, if you want a message, you can. We'd like to help you.
Are you on Facebook at all, PBR?
What's that? I'm sorry?
Are you on Facebook at all?
Well, I don't really like Facebook. I kind of hate it, and
what's the best way for
you to contact? But I'm on Spreaker and I'm on Twitter. I'm sorry.
What's the best way for them to contact you to get this worked out, where you can talk to whatever you're dealing with?
Oh boy, do they have a contact point like a website?
On Facebook, we do.
Yeah.
Could I maybe? Oh man, I don't know how to contact you, PBR, because I could give you Ron's phone number, but I don't know how to get a hold of you. But I'm on Twitter if you're on there, and you can personal message me and give me your contact info, then I can send you that info. It's kind of hard when we're on the radio and we don't want to give out our personal stuff.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah,
right.
get a hold of
but
me on there.
I wanted them to give me a reading right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
Well,
instantly.
If you have a lot going on though, that's going to take time, and we have we want to do it right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
have
thanks,
a picture
but-
you can send me? A picture you can send me, and I can send it to them, and they can go off
Yeah.
that?
Okay, maybe I can do that. I was hoping they would have something from my voice.
No,
from my
I work off of
connection with
pictures.
Tessa, and my connection with Tessa through those two people.
Okay,
I would
Cassie,
hope that would.
are you picking up on anything through his voice or his energy or whatnot?
It's kind of a little scattered right now. Like I said, it's I'm definitely picking up that he has an attachment.
Yeah.
So we need to really work on that in a more direct atmosphere, I'd say. Because that's a pretty serious thing if you think you have a bunch of demonic attachments. So that takes time to work on. So we should do that.
What makes you believe that they are demonic?
Well, there's demons that possess me that make me say and do and act in ways that I don't want to.
Right.
And I was hoping maybe you could name the demon. I mean, or help me extricate the demon, or get rid of the demon.
Are you looking for an exorcist? Because that's probably more. It seems like what you're looking for, which would be more church related.
Well, if you go
All
by
right,
Ron's
okay.
belief, if it's not demonic, it's just a negative attachment. Like Ron knows how to deal with that, so you guys could do that.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
it's something
Okay.
more, then exorcism might be needed. But I have had an attachment like that too, PBR, where it took control of my body, said things, did things. It broke my $1,500 camera, like for Pete's sake,
Wow.
I woke up naked behind the wheel of my car, like, what
Wow.
the heck am I doing? Where am I going? And I went back home. Everybody's locked
Yeah.
in their bedrooms, and my husband knew it wasn't me because he could tell by the voice as well as my facial features when this was going on. He was legitimately worried. So it'd be cool to find out what this is. Luckily, mine went away, but yours is just kind of hanging on because it probably really likes your energy and likes putting you through this turmoil,
Right.
making you do
Right.
these things.
Right. I was hoping Ron or Cassie could name them, and then I could name the demon, and then I could somehow get rid of them.
Yeah, that'd be cool if we could have got a hold of you earlier in the show because we got about 5 minutes to go. But definitely send me your contact info and
Okay.
stuff, and I'll get you in touch with Ron. And I know he'll come through and he'll help you out because he's really good
Yep.
like that.
All
I
right, thank you.
personally know Ron.
Good
I
show, and I really like your two guests.
Well,
Thank you so much, PBR.
Awesome. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get to
bye-bye.
help you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, PBR. It was good to hear from you. Yeah, it's hard
Okay.
because you want that immediate help and stuff, and there's just not the time at this point. But yeah, it's hard dealing with that because you do want to get rid of it. It's a difficult situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of time and focus that goes into the meditations for the really heavier stuff. And it can be really draining, for us to even just to do readings or to do any energy work for other people, and even for ourselves or anything like that. So it's not really an on-demand type of thing sometimes. I feel like with the heavy stuff,
Yeah, it's cool when you can get stuff. There's stuff that just comes, but it doesn't
always flow like that.
Yeah.
And especially draining, when this entity likes what it's doing, doesn't want to leave, so it really causes, like you said, draining of your energy, just dealing with it and knowing of it, and that could be pretty crazy, to say the least. I'm trying to think of a good word, and crazy is all I can think about.
Crazy works.
Crazy works.
Right. We're all a little crazy here at the SOR Asylum. Yeah, it's been awesome meeting you, Cassie, and getting to know you better. And trying to help everybody out. I did get Lisa Marie's picture through. It finally went through. You see two people in the picture. She said the one on the left was her daughter, and I think perhaps the one on the right may be her, but...
Okay.
Are you guys
I think
seeing
it was
that
kind of
in your
blurry. I'm trying to
messenger?
look. I
Yeah,
saw one that was
Mine
a
came
little
out became really
blurry.
small.
Yeah, can you
I'm
click
just super
on it
blurry.
and blow it
Yeah.
up?
Let's see.
Yeah, I can kind of see them. They're just like, I think, just blurry, so I can't quite see her face, but I think that might be enough to work on here. Let's see. So
yes, well, go ahead, Cassie.
Oh, no, you go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say there's some karmic issues, past life stuff between them. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting. They're it's almost like a jealousy thing. Like they were sisters in a past life and after the same man, kind of thing.
Uh-oh.
You think they could have been twins?
They could have been twins, yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing them like... I'm seeing like two women fighting that are like in kind of like Victorian dresses. Then they're twins,
Yep.
kind of like the bad twins on Cinderella, kind of.
Right.
like the stepsisters or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that.
So yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
Cassie and I are able to do past life stuff with each other, but it takes a special connection for me. I know there are some psychics that can do it, but I'll always be glad to try. But the answer to that is to go back to that moment and experience it and heal it from there. So you'd have to do a past life regression to address that that problem. And we can try. I'd be glad to try, but I can't promise.
Yeah, and I'm
Hopefully
trying
that
to pull
all
up my... For some reason, my bar on the bottom of my computer went to the top of my screen, and it won't open my other windows. So I'm like, oh, here we go with the tech issues. Luckily, we only have
Really?
a few minutes left.
I know. Messing with the computer.
Right?
It's the technological way to sabotage.
It's funny.
spiritually
One time I had one of the few that I've actually seen with my own eyes. It was a spirit from, I'd say, like 1800s. And I left my computer on when I went to bed, and he was just like, it was like he was glued to it, trying to figure it out. You know, it was awesome. He was like, just pushing one button and waiting to see what it'll do, and and everything he did that happened. It was like, whoa, like seeing a firework.
What sort of witchcraft is this?
Yeah, exactly.
But right now we're at the end of our time, you guys. Go ahead and share your names again and ways that our listeners can contact you. That'd be awesome.
I'm Ron Sherman. You can contact me on Facebook.
I'm Cassie Kreitman, and yep, you can hit us up on Facebook and on the Psychic Grapevine page too.
Right. And it was great.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much.
Hi, DJ.
Again.
We love you, DJ.
Bye, Ma.
Thanks so much again, Ron and Cassie, for being my guests tonight and for joining us at Spaced Out Radio this evening. It was so wonderful having you on the show.
You too. Thanks for having us. This is awesome.
As usual. Hanging out with friends.
Heck yeah. I really dig this time. But I hope to have you guys back again in the future, especially after you guys get to meet and maybe do some stuff out there together. I'd love to hear, get a recap and an update on stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Definitely.
All right. Well, good night, you guys, and thanks again for coming out on the show.
Thanks.
And thank you to everyone on Spaced Out Radio, Facebook, Spreaker, Twitter, Periscope, Paranormal Radio, TalkStream Live, and wherever else you may be listening in the universe tonight. I had a wonderful time this evening, and it was my pleasure, literally and figuratively, and I can't wait to do it again next weekend on spacedoutradio.com. Don't forget, we're all in this together. Together we can make the world a little better, and together, my friends, we own the night. Until next time, nighty-night, love and light to all my space cases out there. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you back here next weekend on spacedoutradio.com. Don't forget, you're more than welcome to come out to the SOR Asylum After Party, and the number for that is 970-335-9596. 970-335-9596. I'll see you guys on the flip side, and take care of my views.